So how do you and Campbell know each other?
We went to high school together.
Oh, okay. You go way back then.
I know. It's all... Well, we just had our 10-year reunion last night.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So we do go way back.
Freaky deaky.
Yeah. Did you have a good time, James?
Oh, yeah. Too good of a time.
Yeah, I was worried about that. I thought he's either going to be totally in control or totally out of control.
No, I think I was trying to swing ladies by the end.
Did you get loaded?
Accidentally.
Accidentally.
I don't think you were a big drinker, James.
Hello, listeners.
Hey, guys.
We're joined by Campbell White. He's an artist. You can find him at campbellwhite.com.
You can.
And now
indeed.
he's drawing live Ninja Turtles. That's how awesome he is.
Yeah, look, I'm just waiting for something else.
He's pretty clever, isn't he?
Now, Steve is an actor, a local actor from Perth. Well, that's where you do your thing. Are you from Perth?
Kiwi originally.
Kiwi, originally.
From Auckland.
How long ago have you been an expat for?
Ooh, long time.
Yeah.
25 years?
Oh,
Yeah. I came to Perth for a holiday to see my brother.
yeah.
And at that time I was right into windsurfing.
Oh,
And
you got stuck with that.
I got stuck and met some people.
Yeah.
And basically the rest is history.
Is it? I remember Mark de Vries, and he gets stuck. He fell in
does.
love with windsurfing. And
He does love windsurfing. We have touched on that, Mark and I. Fell in love with the place. I had no intentions of staying here at all. I came here for a 6-month holiday
Yep.
to see my brother
Okay.
and to visit him. And I was going back to New Zealand to open up my hairdressing salon there and fell in love with Perth, basically, and haven't left. And I still love it. I love Perth.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So one of the projects that I do is one of the projects I'm currently doing is drawing an illustration for every single Nintendo Entertainment System game that was ever released. So there's like 800 games.
How many have you done so far?
I don't know, actually.
You're past halfway?
No. I finish in 2013. I think it's like May 2013.
Are you actually doing one day, or are you doing like 5-week business days?
Look, yeah, it's a bit dodgy at the moment. I'm doing about...
That looks like Michelin Man.
Shh, quiet you. It does look a bit like Michelin Man. He'll get cuter.
He's pretty cute.
How many I do? Oh, look, I do them when I can. So it's not really one a day. I aim to produce one a day, or publish one a day rather.
You aim.
Yeah.
So what's the process? Do you Google the cover and?
Yeah. So what happens is there's this guy in France, this fantastic gentleman in France who is a big fan of the work, and when I announced the project, so initially I was working off the Wikipedia list of NES games, the complete list of NES games.
Mm-hmm.
And then this lovely man in France, he liked the project so much, and then he created a website that documented, or kind of laid out in a big chart, when I'd be drawing each game, essentially. So like a big calendar for me. He didn't do it for me, he did it for himself.
Okay.
But now, instead of using the Wikipedia article, I use his website, which is just like the best thing ever, which was great because recently some of the people over on Wikipedia changed the layout of the NES site, the NES entry.
All right, yeah.
But they've added like metadata, which means I can't actually sort it in the way I was sorting it initially. So now this French guy's got the master list of what I'm working from. So anyway, I look at that, then I go, to check what game I'm drawing, and then I go onto Wikipedia, look up the game, and then I check out some YouTube videos, and lots of games have a strategy wiki page, which is just like, has a shitload more information, and I check out some sprites and so on and so forth until I get a feel for the game. So it can take a long time, like if I'm not familiar with the game.
So you research about the game and what people thought of it, and
what people thought of it, what was like...
Do you watch videos of it being played?
Yeah, I tend to watch a lot of videos of it.
Do you find ROMs? Do you ever try with ROMs? Or?
Look, Yeah, so it's sort of like depending on my familiarity with the game, it can be a really short or a lengthy process. So, like, for something like Super Mario Brothers, where I played it, it's just like, boom, I can do it. I could probably do like 100 of them and be confident. But with a game I'm not familiar with, I have to go through that process of figuring out what it is. And then for some game, and I always try to, pick out the most interesting aspect of that game to illustrate. Mm-hmm. And, for example, there was a Rambo game released, and in that Rambo game, at the end, you wound up like kind of casting a spell and turning the bad guy into a frog.
Okay.
So, it's like a Rambo game based on the sliced clone, but you could turn the bad guy into a frog at the end.
With magic.
Yeah, which is just like the weirdest thing ever. So that's what
Inspired
I drew.
You for your drawing, yeah.
So it's not just a Rambo picture, it's a Rambo picture of that game. Yeah.
So do you have... you always look for something that you can give the person who's... other people who's filming the game the wink and a nudge kind of thing.
Yeah, that's right. So it's really fun for them, and they go, oh, shit. Yeah, I remember that. That's what I want. I want people to go, oh, my God. Or, alternatively, perhaps just like the coolest thing you can do in that game. Whatever the coolest move is, or the funniest event, or... Yeah, and then for some games aren't so good, and they're kind of boring and weird, so it takes me a long time to figure out what the hell I'm going to draw.
So, Campbell, you do a lot of illustration work?
I try to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't get paid for a lot of it.
So, I mean, like kids' books and...
Yeah, that's something I'm looking at doing my first kids' book next year, hopefully.
Right.
It's actually got a grant.
Right.
Oh! Sorry, we're not allowed to say that.
No, well, I hopefully I've got a grant. I'll see. I've applied for a couple of grants to work on a graphic novel, so we'll see. I like to think I've got a couple. There's two I've applied for, so
positive thinking.
Yeah, it might get me there.
I thought on the weekend you were like, oh, he's got it.
No. There's a couple I've applied for, but
I originally had the first chapter online, and it was amazing.
Yeah, I've redrawn that now.
Yeah, I know.
And you know what? If I get this grant, I'll probably redraw it again. No, I won't. I'm happy with it. But I'm working on a picture book. I'm nutting out a picture book with Bryony Stewart, who was on here earlier. He's just an amazing new talent in the picture book or kids book world.
Well, a lady I just sent a message to, Campbell, she does illustration in kids' books.
Oh, who's this?
Jess Holiday. And I just told her to have a listen, so hopefully she's listening. We've got any more? How many viewers do we have now? Can you see if Jess is listening?
We've got 3.
Is Jess listening?
I don't know. She has to check into the chat to talk.
So this was supposed to be like Bubble Man, for those who don't know.
Oh.
Anyway.
Bubble Man.
I think it was called Bubble Man.
They're pretty cute, aren't they?
Yeah. Mega Man was
kids
gorgeous.
would just love those, Bubble they are
Man.
so cute.
Let's see if there's a wiki entry on it. So yeah, sometimes it's really quick to sort out the drawing, and sometimes it's not.
And look at that, it's gone.
It's gone. Yeah,
it's gone. All that creativity, James, gone.
No, can't be precious with it.
Swoop.
Can't be precious. I find spaceships the hardest ones to do, to be honest.
Can you draw like really out there cars?
Really out there car?
Yeah, like big fat wheels and like a goofy looking car.
I could try. Let's do this. We've got a car request.
Do you know what a Charger looks like? You know the old
Dodge Charger.
Yeah, that type of thing. Yeah. Look at this! Look at the Dodge Charger.
Sweet
I don't.
It's looking like a cross between a Mini and a Dodge Charger.
Yeah, it's kind of.
It's got that Mini front with the Charger sort of arse end on it.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mongrel of a dog. Someone crashed it and the repairman just did the dodgiest job.
Now, I like the way you've done the tyres, because when I used to draw cars as a kid, and that's how I used to draw my tyres on the car. Like,
was it?
So I was on the right track then, Campbell.
Yeah. Oh, look, yeah. I've only recently started drawing cars, so it's like I've probably got the skill.
They're not that easy, are they?
No, they're really fun objects to draw, though. I quite like them.
The Dodge Charger's got more of a sort of a front, a longer front.
Yeah.
It's got that really sort of mean front on it.
Yeah, it had those great headlights as well, didn't it? Maybe we could redraw them.
But the back's perfect. The back's very Charger looking.
Because it had
I actually own a Valiant Charger. I've got a classic Charger that I race, James. Did I ever share that with you?
Do you really?
Yeah, I've been meaning to ask you. You said on the weekend that you just got home racing, and I was like,
race cars. Yeah.
What?
That's my flip side. So hairdresser, race.
We're
race
very
car.
into. We were talking about the other day about.
But this is. Why aren't you a regular on our Fangin TV, on our Fangin
On our what?
podcast? We do a podcast called Fangin.
Yeah.
Which
Oh,
is
really?
It's where we fantasize about being car nuts, but we're not.
But we know
dedicated.
absolutely nothing about cars, and we
ask
all
me some car
drive.
questions.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Tell us about
I'm
racing. Who
glad
do you
I-
race? Where
I'm
do you
glad I
race?
brought that up. I thought it might be like.
I meant to write this down
Taboo.
to talk about
No,
on the
I
show
thought
today.
you know, like I don't. You don't like to sort of gab on about things you do, but it's interesting. We need to talk
Yeah,
about
no,
things.
I was like, he races? I meant to write that down as a topic, but yeah. So, where do you race? Who do you race?
Okay.
What do you race?
Okay.
Tell us about this world.
I've got 2 cars that I race. I've got a Ford.
And where
that
do you
I
keep
race.
them?
Up at Barbagallo Raceway in a garage. I lease a
You
garage. I lease a garage up there.
All right, yeah.
And
This is all this commercial money.
yeah, it's just something I love to do. It's a bit weird because I'm a
Do you
hairdresser.
have a pit squad?
Hairdresser rev head. It's a bit of an odd mix.
Yeah.
So you don't drive an MX-5?
No.
Steve, if you guys know, he's a hairdresser and he's an actor and he's a race car driver.
Wow.
And I can
Are you
ride.
like the perfect catch
I can
of a
ride
man?
horses
Yeah.
too.
Holy shit. You're
Really?
like the
I used to have
ultimate
horses.
man.
You have horses?
I used to have horses.
But then you got into cars.
I used to have horses. I had
vehicles.
horses between 11, about 10 and 15. Then I got
Alright.
into cars
Alright.
because my brother and my brother-in-law were into cars. So I sort of copied them, I suppose.
Yeah.
And then I found that I really liked driving cars fast. So that was a drug.
They go faster than horses.
They do.
More horses
Well, they
than
have
horses.
lots of horsepower. So when you ride a horse, you only have one horse, but when you have a car, you have lots of horses
Okay.
under the bonnet. You know where I'm coming from?
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Plenty of horsepower.
That's it.
So, what are you racing? What do you drive?
I
What are
raced-
two cars?
I raced on the weekend, actually.
Who do you race?
I raced
Other
my
people?
Ford in the saloon car series up at Wanneroo, Barbagallo Raceway.
How many people are racing?
There were 15 on the grid.
Did you have to do heats?
Yep. I had a great day. I qualified second on the grid.
All right.
Oh,
Which
congratulations.
is one of my
And
better
then
days.
what's the race?
Did I do 3 races over the day? I had a
And how many laps are each race?
8 to 10 laps.
All right.
I had 3 races and I finished 3rd overall for the day.
Okay.
So
Wow.
we had a great day.
That's a good
We-
one. Do you have
and you have a pit
so you
team?
have a co-pilot? Or
And no
co-driver?
damage. No cope.
Do you have a pit squad?
Yep.
Right. And you hire them out, or they just volunteer?
Pit girls.
Pit girls. Okay.
Oh.
You know the hot pants?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh la la.
Yeah.
Do you get sponsors?
Have done.
Okay.
Yeah. Hard to get sponsors though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
when you soon as
How
you,
many people turn
as
up
soon as
to
you
watch
talk
these things?
sponsorship, they look at you and they say you want my money.
Yeah.
So it's not easy to get sponsorship. But hey, this just look at the Charger. That's my Charger. That's the one I've got a beautiful old black Charger.
So you need a website where you talk about
Hey, wanna look
acting,
at my Charger?
hairdressing.
My Charger's on my Facebook page.
All right.
Yeah, bring it
Load
up. I want to see this.
Shall we have a look?
You should have brought it up, and I draw your charger. I draw you in your charger.
There you go. Okay, let's get it up.
I need to lower this line
Okay.
a bit lower. See, this is perfect Fangin news.
Where's
We've never had a real
where's
race
my-
car driver.
Where's my baby?
We've never had anyone who's driven over 110 kilometres an hour
Here's
on
my
this
baby.
show.
Here's my baby. Right. I'll show you both of them. So if I get this up, James, because you're the whiz. I'm not a whiz. I'm very basic here.
Try and plug you in.
I'm going to plug me into the mainframe. Is that the right lingo?
I think so.
Now.
That's great if you have a fagin. You can have me on for a
That's fanging.
fagin.
Fangin.
Did I say faggot?
A fagging.
A fagging. A fagging.
We could add that into
Yeah. But it's a bit old disputed word at the moment. We have to be careful.
Exactly.
All these rules we've got to follow.
That's right.
Now I never know what resolution to set this to.
What are we doing, mate? God,
It's
you're
too
losing me here,
confusing.
James.
it. So, what's your other vehicle that you race?
It's a
Sorry.
Ford Falcon.
mm
I'll show you a picture of that as well. It's going to be great to watch my 2 race cars pop up on the screen.
What sort of a Ford Falcon
I'll tell you
is
what,
it?
though, that Charger you're drawing is pretty close. You've got the lines right, and you've got the little fins at the back. Those little-
Yeah, they always strike me as very odd. Yeah, those bits, the little.
Yeah, the Charger's got that.
Let's bring it up. Let's see how close I got. The Charger's got a really distinct sort of headlight
it's a beautiful
configuration,
car.
doesn't it?
I love my baby. It's like I'll never sell it. And you know the value of the car is just amazing. It's called a muscle car now, and they're worth a lot of money. Like mine's a genuine RT, so it's probably worth about $70,000 apparently.
Take us the photo.
Because you can't buy them anymore.
this
Like they're just you can't buy RT Chargers.
Wow! Look, we're going to bring it up.
That's racing it at the Barbagallo. It's at the V8 round a few years ago.
That is a wide-looking car.
Sorry, viewers at home, you can now see it now.
That is an amazingly wide-looking car.
Baby, yeah. And we're building a new engine for her right now. So I always say her. I don't know why I say her.
Machines are ladies,
yeah,
and you know.
And she's a classic lady. She's a classic old lady.
That's fantastic. What sort of engine are you building?
So see
into
how
it?
you got the little fins at the back?
Yeah, they're there.
They keep the car secure to the ground. So what's the other car like?
Oh, the other one.
Is that a muscle car as well, or is that like a Skyline?
Well, if I flick through, is that going to happen?
Yeah, hopefully. Maybe we have to click it.
We don't want all that stuff, do we? There she is.
All right.
That's the one I raced on Sunday.
So what is that?
That's an EA Falcon, about a 1990 model, and I raced.
Hooten. It's got Hooten on it.
It's got Hooten on it. Hooten Tooten. Yeah, so that's the car I raced on the weekend, and it looks nice and straight still, which is good because we have lots of damage in this category. It's a bit of a rumble-tumble category. And the car's on the market actually at the moment. It's up for sale, so if anybody wants to get into motor racing, give me a call.
How much is it worth? How much are you trying to get rid of it for?
I want about $8,000 for it.
Is that all?
Yeah. It's quite cheap, but I want to sell it quick.
Is it roadworthy?
No, it's purely for the racetrack.
Oh, okay.
No, it's purely for the racetrack. So tell me about this Fangin section.
Oh, well, we try to organise like a guys' night to get together. We normally play Dungeons and Dragons, but our one of our dungeon players is away for the summer in Europe.
But you don't know anything about cars, James. So how do you have a Fangin?
Oh, it's just filled with bullshit and wild speculation.
Yeah, it's like what we find out on Google. That's basically.
Why don't you ask me some car questions? Do you think people are going to be interested in this though?
I don't know.
Because a lot of these people watching are film people. They're not really into cars. But then again...
Have you ever done any stunt driving in films?
That's not true, because here's me, an actor. I race cars. That's just a ridiculous thing to come out with, really.
Have you ever offered your service as a stunt driver in films?
I have. Yeah.
And you got any jobs from that?
No. I have mentioned it to a couple of people. They said, that's great, but we don't need any stunt driving done. But if we did, we'd use you.
Yeah. Well, if the webcast, if this show goes ahead... There looks like there's going to be room for that.
I'll write some stunt driving into this for sure.
But I think your entire budget would be spent on the Audi that the lead character purchases.
$100,000.
That's right. Yeah, I love Audis. Would you buy me an Audi, James?
I don't think we can afford it.
Oh, okay.
I'm hoping we can get sponsorship, so I'll be able to get...
Who's that? Who yeah,
look,
from the Audi dealership.
I've just got to show the Charger one more time.
Well, we can use a different car. I like the Audis.
We could use the Charger.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at it. It's black. It's mean as hell.
Everyone think I'm ripping off Green Hornet. You know?
No, they won't.
Yeah, they
will not.
It's like they rips it off.
How many viewers do we
I want
have
them
now,
to
James?
think I'm ripping off a
How many people are looking at my Charger right now?
Still 3.
3? Okay.
Yep.
I've drawn something cool.
Hello, listeners. You're welcome to request a drawing.
Right. Ditch the Charger now.
And then bring up this bizarreness.
Going back to the... Yeah, sorry, we have to go back to Campbell's question.
We're going to get rid of that now, so I've got to get rid of that.
And let's go. We're live with this awesome cat muscle person.
Nobody was... No, I'm just filling time.
Oh, okay.
Nobody expected that to come through.
Jess just came back. Cool. So she must be listening.
Maybe. Oh, no, because we sent her the instructions on how to... These are just people chatting. That's a whole nother complication of trying to convince people to get into the chat. But yeah, it's a fun show. Maybe I should go on Google Plus, tell them that Cam was drawing live. I think Harry's coming at 9.
Harry's coming at 9.
So why don't you ask me some motor racing questions?
Yeah, well, what's this new engine that you're building?
For the Charger.
Yeah, what are you putting in there?
How do you build an engine?
Putting a 265 Hemi which is the original engine, but we hot it up to the max. So we put
Do you bore the
we put
things?
3 side draft Webbers on it. It's like triple Webbers, so it gets lots of fuel in there.
Yeah.
And then we put a really good head on it so that it can cope with all the fuel.
Yeah.
And then we build a really strong bottom end. This is real engine torque, right?
Yeah.
Because if you're gonna have a fast engine, it has to be. If you want it to go fast, it has to be strong.
Yeah.
If you don't build it strong, it'll just blow apart.
Okay.
So it has all these special bits inside of it that make it really strong. So
How much? What's the deal with tyres? Do you blow through a lot of tyres?
we do. That's the expense, and that's where a sponsor comes in handy. Because if you get a sponsor just to provide tyres for the year,
Yeah.
that's a huge. It can save you like 10 grand
Okay. All right.
for the year.
Wow.
On tyres, yeah. I don't spend that sort of money. I mean,
So how many races do you race?
My
every
nickname
Sunday?
at the racetrack is Tight Ass Racing
Oh, okay.
because
Yeah.
I spend a very minimal budget.
Okay. Yeah.
But at least we're out there doing it
But
And-
results, come on.
and having
Like,
fun. And having fun. Yeah.
Do you
But-
practice in a simulator?
No.
Do you get like Forza and get your own wheel and
No.
No.
No. I don't do a lot of practice actually. I just get up there and do it. But
just do it?
yeah. I've been doing
Just
it long.
fang.
I've been doing it long. I just get out and fang. Let it hang out. You know.
Do you have like an arch rival on the?
I won't mention them though. They might be.
No, don't mention them. But do you have someone who, and you see their number, they're going to be at the race, and you go, that fucking prick, he's here again.
I'm going to get that bastard.
Yeah.
Yeah. His number, his days are numbered. There's one guy that does get up my nose a bit. Yeah.
And what is
And
that?
he
Is that
thinks he's really good.
is it his
And
driving
he's
style or
actually-
is
he's
his
actually-
attitude? Is it?
He's actually not that good.
Oh.
It's one of those, those people that think they're really good, but they're not.
And do they get off the racetrack and they're like, oh, I was coming around this bend and, there was a misfire and, there was this and...
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
So
one
there's-
of, there's those people that talk a lot,
Yeah.
but don't do
Mhm.
much. Yeah, those
All right.
types. You get a lot of them up there, actually. That's something in the motor racing scene. You do get a lot of mouthy type people.
Right.
It seems to go with it for some reason. I don't know why that is, but
And
Just-
young people, old people, in between
mixed, very
people?
mixed. It's very mixed up there. You know how people have this stereotype of people into motor racing that are sort of all rev head type.
Mhm.
I mean, it depends what car you race. Like the Charger category, it's called historic touring cars. And, I mean, I'm not wealthy, but a lot
Yeah.
of guys that race are, and they're doctors and lawyers and,
Okay.
they get into the classic stuff because there's a lot of romance attached to the classic stuff of racing. So it attracts... So what I'm trying to say is different categories of car attract different types of people.
Yeah. So are you a Holden or Ford person? Do you have a
In
side
that,
in
in that category, it's really diverse in that
Yeah.
category.
So you don't have a side?
What's that?
You don't have a side? You don't have a team?
Holden or Ford.
Holden or Ford?
Well, I race a Ford, so I suppose I'm a Ford man.
Yeah, but it's...
But if I raced a Holden, I'd be a Holden
Yeah,
man.
okay. So this car you're selling, you're going to replace it with a new car, or you're going to put all your money into one car?
I'm actually winding the motor racing thing down a bit because I've been
Okay.
doing it for a long time
Yeah.
and I've spent lots of money.
Yeah.
So,
It's probably more productive than like gambling.
I probably could have bought a house. I hate thinking about it really, but I love it. It's like a drug.
Yeah.
And if I don't do it, I've got to go and have a race. I just get this sort of itchy feeling I've got to go and race. Yeah, it's an adrenaline thing, and it becomes quite addictive. But like the acting, actually, that's an adrenaline thing as well.
Yeah.
Do you get that same rush from hairdressing? From like getting a good cut, giving someone a good cut?
Yeah, I do. So
Yeah.
like you really change them.
Yeah, no, because I've had big haircuts where it's like,
It's huge.
yeah, they spin you around and they dust you off, and you go, holy shit, like, gives you a new
Well, you can
perspective.
change someone's whole persona in like an hour.
Yeah,
So
it's pretty.
You can
it is pretty amazing.
I mean, when I walked in here, James, you had a haircut.
Yeah.
You look very different with your haircut.
My God, yeah.
It changes the image.
Yeah.
Totally. What are you doing with the beard? Are you going to keep that going
I
for a
don't
while?
know.
Get on his case. Well, get on my case. My hair's looking tragic today, but
Are you
You
growing
don't like the
yours?
big Campbell?
Looks like you're growing your hair, Cam.
it's no. I need a cut. I've just been too lazy.
Okay.
Like I usually have long hair, but not usually this long. Not so long.
Oh,
I
really?
have to
'Cause
pull
you
it
tied it
back.
back.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't like your hair looking too cut, as in freshly cut? Or
No, I've had
doesn't bother you?
hair like that before.
Okay.
I've had short hair like you
Oh,
guys
okay.
before. Yeah, but it's just been gradually getting longer, and then it was long and shaggy and boofy, and that was good. And now it's just so long that I have to tie it back, or else it's just weird and kind of ladylike.
It's funny when people start talking about their hair.
Yeah.
Because people get involved. When they start talking about their hair, people get involved about it.
Yeah. How do you keep up with hair fashion?
Because it's such a personal
Is
thing.
there like
isn't it?
internet forums that you have to follow to see what the latest thing
I
is, or
do,
magazines, or
I do judging.
conventions?
I do judging,
Oh,
hair
right.
judging.
Do you?
I've done lots of competitions over the years.
Mm.
That was good fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So should we be saving money by employing you as both an actor and a hairdresser on the?
No, I don't do
series?
hair. I don't do
Can't do it
hair
at
on
the same
set.
time,
No, I don't want to go there. I don't want
Even
to
if
do
you
that
get
because
paid?
you start doing that.
Everyone wants you.
Exactly. And I'll
This
be
is why I
doing-
don't do cinematography
No,
for other people.
no. When I'm acting on set, that's all I want to do. I don't want to do people's hair. But I mean, look, if I do help out,
Yeah.
you know,
If it's like
like
a
if I
dollar
was on
production.
set with you and you needed a bit of gel wax, I'd put some gel on your head.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. So what's the big do you have to go to travel for hair conventions?
Have done, yeah. I competed in Adelaide on behalf of WA.
Okay.
National
Represent.
titles over there years ago. Yeah,
So you had to enter the state finals.
I did the
guess?
state and
Yeah.
got in there, won that, and then they sent me to Adelaide.
Oh wow! And they
Yeah.
paid for
That's
it.
when I was right into the competition stuff.
Mm.
And that would be a thrill, wouldn't it? That
Oh,
like
it's great.
because that's a
Oh, yeah,
performance thing,
yeah,
that's a
it's
competition
great.
thing.
Yeah, it's adrenaline thing, like you said before. It's the same deal.
Yeah.
You know, you're up in front of people, and you get like 45 minutes to do a haircut.
Yeah.
Really?
And
Do you
that's-
do you just get presented with something?
No, you
Is it like Iron Chef, where they're just like, and today your secret, hair model is
That
a
ca-
redhead with curly hair that's like,
Not really. You know, you have your
No.
own model, but you have to
Oh.
take them with a certain amount of hair. and You've got to cut a certain amount off.
yeah.
So it's pretty full on, and you cut yourself, and
Oh, really?
yeah, it can happen.
Oh, so there's blood everywhere. You
Well,
need first aid on.
When I did in the state titles, I actually nicked the girl's ear,
Oh,
Did you get? Is that instant fail?
and there's a little bit of blood coming out, which wasn't good.
Wow. So you like Edward Scissorhands, and it's so fast that
going
you
crazy
just
with the
accidentally
scissors.
cut ears. Yeah.
you're
Okay.
going crazy with the scissors.
So they're looking for flair in your ability to cut at speed,
No.
or is it more about the end product?
End product.
Okay.
Yeah,
Crazy.
and lots of hairspray flying around.
Yeah. Do you get a bit high?
Well, it's hard to breathe sometimes.
Yeah. That's why I always get excited when I use hairspray because it gives you a bit of a
Well,
buzz.
a bit of buzz.
But you're involved in lots of kind of highly competitive realms, aren't you? Like hairdressing's,
Yeah.
I'm sure notoriously catty and
Yeah,
intense,
it is.
and racing,
Mm-hmm.
which is, I guess, quite a
That's
different
a
type of.
testosterone.
Yeah.
Well, it's a bit of a flip side thing.
Yeah.
I've had friends come up to the track and they say, I had film friends come up to the track actually and do ECU friends and did a story on the car. They had to do it was an assignment thing for uni,
Yeah.
and one of them had never seen the racing side. And
To
he said-
you?
Yeah, and he said to me,
Of you, rather.
He said to me, it's really strange. He said to me, it's really strange, Steve, seeing you up here at the racetrack. No thanks. Yeah, he said it was just so different seeing me in that environment.
Yeah.
Excuse me for that.
But I think it's
Thanks, James.
unhealthy to have those to not have that balance in your life of, I guess, or in your persona of the, I guess, traditional masculine traits and traditional feminine traits. As people, as humans, we need to
I think
explore all of that.
Exactly.
And to deny or kind of limit yourself is just kind of ridiculous, really.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, everyone's different, aren't they? I mean, I just like to have fun, really. And, I like to have fun, and I think we're only here for a short time, so fit as much in as you possibly can. That's my attitude, really. So that's what I do. But, in saying that, it's quite hard to, in a relationship, for the other person to keep up.
Yeah.
That's the problem I've actually had. Is yeah, or they try and slow you down. Maybe you should stop doing that, darling. And I go,
Like, no, I'm going to race on the weekend.
maybe we should finish this relationship.
Yeah.
You know, because but a lot of people do that. They try and change you and stop you from doing stuff, and yeah.
I just don't have relationships that fix that problem.
You don't.
No.
Yeah, that's true. It's why do people try and control other people? I don't understand that.
You know,
Because I never would.
sometimes I feel like I need someone who's going to encourage me to be better, and I encourage them to be better. So you're always pushing and pulling each way, and I don't know whether that sometimes they're trying to make you be better, but they don't realize that they're limiting your potential.
We're getting very deep here, aren't we?
Yeah, shit just got serious.
We're getting very deep. I think.
This is Harry just joining us.
Hi, Harry.
Now, Harry, you'll be thrilled because Steve's going to hang around for a little bit for Fangin. Steve's actually driven a car.
9:30.
9:30. Steve's actually driven a car above 110 kilometres an hour.
Whoa, Steve.
It's amazing, isn't it?
You're right.
He was telling us all about his cars, and he goes really fast in them.
But he keeps his secret. I didn't
Harry
even
like
secret.
cars?
How fast was it going?
I think it was just starting. It was just doing kind of a bit of a
Yeah.
Gridding up.
gridding up. See, look, we've got someone who actually knows what they're talking about.
And Harry, you're here. You're back. You left us.
I am. I missed the Canadian special.
It's too bad.
I know.
How was your trip away from the podcast? Did you miss us?
Yes, I did. It was hard. It was tough.
And we have an extra special guest on the show, filling in for the fourth seat, which is usually empty. Steve Hooton, local Perth actor, competitive hairdresser, and car racer. How are you going?
I'm good.
He's the man about town.
I'm enjoying it. It's good fun.
So you're actually a
Good fun.
competitive hairdresser?
Well,
I have been.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Well,
He's
I'm
actually a hairdresser.
I'm a hairdresser.
Oh.
Yeah, by day, and I have my own salon that I run. And
Do you want to give that a plug?
do I?
Yeah.
yeah.
How many people
Plug
are
it.
listening?
Oh, we got hundreds now.
Hundreds.
Everyone's been promoted.
Oh, great. Okay, it's Jags for Hair in East Perth.
Okay. Is that part of the new development? Or it's
Yes.
not new anymore, it's old, but...
I don't know why, but I thought for some reason you had been to my shop.
No, I've seen it in a film, but I've never been.
Right.
No.
Been in a few little films actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's very filmable
Mm-hmm.
would be the right word.
All right. Yeah.
And what,
Busy down there? You get mainly locals? You get people from all places?
everywhere,
All right.
everywhere.
Mhm.
Yeah, because over time your clientele spreads.
Yeah, and
From
they
everywhere,
keep
so-
coming back to the same place.
Yeah. And I've got clients that come from Dunsborough.
Oh, wow.
Man,
Wow.
yeah, my mum's hairdresser, she moved over east. And she flies back to Perth once a month for her clients.
Yeah, well,
Because she's got like a client base that,
yeah.
She
of
does it
ex-women.
all in one weekend or something.
yeah, she does like all her base and all her client
Yeah.
because she built them up over a couple of decades or something,
Alright.
and they're so dedicated. It's full on.
People are very loyal,
Yeah.
you know, and if you get hairdressing is such a personal thing.
I guess once you find a good, hairdresser who's, especially as a lady, I think it's hard,
Yeah, it's like going to the doctor, or it's personal, isn't it? I mean, we actually touch people. How many people touch people?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Most doctors don't even bloody touch you when you go to look at,
And we touch people all day.
You're always begging for someone to touch you
I mean,
in the best way.
we give them head massages.
Yeah.
That's quite a personal thing.
Mm.
I used to love getting head
How many
massages.
people do that all day? Actually head massage someone that you don't know that well. Somebody walks in the door, like a new client, and you give them a head massage.
Yeah.
You know.
Just by virtue of giving them a haircut, or you actually give them a head massage if they request one?
Well, you give them a head massage. It's part of the service before.
Yeah.
Oh, because I always shampoo hair, so I don't do any dry haircuts or anything
Okay.
like that. So,
All right.
yeah. Oh, these are nice. Harry brought these in.
I brought those, and there's
Thanks,
some
Harry.
cheese to go with it.
Really?
I'm afraid it's been extremely unappetizingly presented. Because it just...
Now, I didn't think
Crunchy snacks.
I was being fed and given drinks. I mean, I'm coming back, guys. This is
All right.
great.
This is leftovers for
You
me.
can do Steve's racing section. You update us on what the local racing scene's been up
Yeah,
to.
the locals.
Yeah. I could do my own little segment, do you think, Jones?
Do you
Yeah.
reckon we can? How many
You won't
people can
get
you
rid of
fit in
me
the
now.
car?
I'll be knocking on the door every Monday night.
How many people can you fit in the car? Can you seat 4 people in the car?
Actually, if you guys want to,
Holy shit. Something awesome's going to get off.
You've got me thinking now. If you
Oh,
guys
can you
want
not cover my drawing, guys?
Oh, sorry.
Jeez Louise. Trying to rack up some votes.
if
Sorry,
you guys want to,
Steve.
this Sunday, I'm actually giving rides in my car with all the other guys. We have a corporate day, so they have the sponsors come up and have a ride in the car.
Yeah.
So this Sunday at Barbagallo Raceway from about 2 o'clock, if you guys want to come up, you're very welcome to jump in the car with me and I'll take you for a blast
So you
around the
can
track.
take 4 people.
One at a time.
Oh,
One
okay.
at a time.
So there's no 4 seats. How crazy if we had 4 seats and I wired you guys all up with wireless microphones and we did the podcast as we were going around
And
the
there'd
track.
just be one man and 3 sissy boys screaming as we would.
Yeah.
That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah, imagine trying to read the Google Docs while you're
That would be great.
freaking out. Your stomach's going left,
So
right.
what's on a car is this? I was...
Oh, this is.
Like-
Can we show Harry the charger? Can we show people the charger again? Can we do
Yeah, you
that
can
or
bring
not?
it up again.
Oh no,
Just-
hang on, no, Harry, no. I mean Campbell's.
No, you can bring it up again. I mean, we're doing Fangin news.
No, this is great what he's done here. Don't get rid of them yet.
That's beautiful. Oh, you can get it ready while he's waiting.
Okay, this one's for Natalie. This is Natalie Williams. She's a co-worker, a very funny lady, and she's requested Miss Scarlet from Cluedo, and here she is.
With the candlestick holder.
Oh shit! With the candlestick in the.
Dum 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 dum.
It's the library.
Certainly is.
Oh wow, there's a book.
Yeah, it's gone flying off the shelf. It's spooking her out.
I like how she's sort of like, "Oops, did I mean to do that?"
Yeah.
For those listening to the audio version,
Here comes
Campbell
the-
is doing live
There's the
drawings
charger, Harry.
on
Nice.
webcam for our live audience. You can find
And
how to listen live at live.fangingaround.com.
Is that a Ford charger?
no,
Was it an American?
Chrysler,
Chrysler.
Australian made. That's
Okay.
Australian car.
Yeah.
1972 Valiant Charger.
Oh, Valiant.
Yeah.
Mm.
Ah, right. Okay. You're onto it now.
Who's ready, Harry?
I'm onto it now.
We're going live, but this
I'm
is
on
a
it.
picture of Steve's car. Audience, check
a,
it out.
That's a Valiant 1972 Valiant Charger, and I raced that up at Barbagallo Raceway in the historic touring car category.
Are there any other raceways in WA you can go to?
I can race that all over Australia if I want
Right.
to.
But is not in WA. Barbagallo's. That's it.
No, we've got another track down in Collie called the Collie Motorplex
Oh, right, okay.
Complex.
What's that like? Is that?
It's a good little
Fun-
track,
fun,
nice little
yeah,
track.
yeah.
Yeah, Barbagallo's about 2.4 k's.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Motorplex down there's about two something, so it's a bit smaller, a bit shorter, but it's like a little sprint track.
All right, okay.
And the other one, Harry, you haven't seen this. I'll show you the Ford.
Oh, you got
Oh, here it
two.
is.
He's selling this one, Harry. You can buy it.
This one's up for sale. I raced that one on Sunday up at Barbagallo.
Man, the 4 of us should
Looks
like,
like
Chip in.
pull together when
Yeah.
Fred
And
gets
And how much
back.
would we have to pull together to purchase that one?
I want about $8,000 for that.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's reasonable.
Yeah,
We could
yeah.
do that.
Yeah. No, it's very.
But you spend a lot of money on tyres.
You do.
The upkeep is probably more expensive than the car.
It's a very cost-effective category, that one,
Okay.
which is why I race in it, and it's very very competitive. So
Do you go for a set of tyres a weekend?
No, they last about, well, as I told you, my nickname
Yeah,
is. I make them last. A lot of guys bolt new rubber on every meeting,
Yeah. Okay.
which is $1,200 a pop.
Yeah.
Whoa.
don't
I got some new tyres the other day. They're only like $50 each.
These are $300 each. So I don't do that. I put a new set on probably every 3 meetings if I can. I put a new set of tyres on Sunday, and the car was amazing with the new tyres on it.
Okay. Is there a special race during the year that you go to where it's like, I'm going to put new tyres for this one? Is there any big? Is there? What's the equivalent of Bathurst in WA racing?
The V8 supercars.
Yeah, but do you don't race in?
I've raced that car at
Yeah.
the V8 supercar meeting 2 years ago.
Ah, right.
You know, when the
So that's the big
Yeah, yeah.
weekend.
when the big ones come.
Yep.
Yeah,
I've raced there a few times.
So they're the warm ups for the V8 supercar.
They're the support categories.
Yeah.
So the V8 supercars
And
are
the support grade, they're the biggest race for you guys.
huge.
Yeah. Okay.
They get 70,000 people up there.
Okay. Yeah.
It's amazing racing that around that track, and you see all these people
Yeah.
just. You
Is
know,
there prize money for that race? No.
No.
It's purely for the spectacle.
We're invited. The V8 supercars, those guys get paid and they get
Oh.
paid, but we don't. We just get invited to be part
Yeah,
of the
okay.
whole weekend.
Yeah.
The circus, we call it.
Mm-hmm.
Travelling circus, the V8 supercars. Have you ever been up there, guys? To watch
No, never.
No, never.
We have a Fangin round
Well, I think you should.
podcast, yeah.
Um,
Sure.
We probably should.
We should do a live podcast from
Yeah.
the barbecue race.
An outing.
Yeah.
We really should.
Well, you know what you could do, James? You could actually come up and throw a camera in the car and
Strap it on.
get some onboard footage that you can have actually on the show.
That would be so wicked.
Oh, yeah.
Do it, James.
Okay?
I have to find my little eyesight so I can. They've got big magnets on you can strap on the side of the car.
You can put. Well, I had the crew from ECU come up. I was telling Campbell.
Oh,
They come up and did a story on the car,
all right.
and they put 2 cameras in the car. One was on me, and one was on my helmet. And
Oh, really?
The footage looked amazing.
So they interviewed you about.
Yeah, they did
Is this
interview.
online? Can we watch this or?
It was an for ECU assignment that they had to do, and it
Yeah.
was for a lifestyle
Oh, okay.
show,
Oh, right, okay.
and they had to do like this
Yeah.
segment. I haven't actually seen it yet. We did it.
Show
about,
the racing culture, you know.
Yeah, we did it about a month ago, 6 weeks. I haven't seen the footage. I haven't seen the finished product yet.
Finished thing. Yeah.
But the footage looked amazing because they had 2 cameras, one on my helmet, and it looked a little tiny camera, was about that long,
Yeah.
like a little pen. I don't know what you call them. There was a special name for it, a Pro something. Do you know that one? About that long. They just put it on my helmet.
Yeah.
And then the other one was facing me.
Okay.
So you had you could see what I was doing with my hands, and it was
You
great.
can see what you were seeing.
Yeah, and it was amazing watching myself in the car and how much I fiddle before a race. I didn't realise how much I actually fiddle and move around. It's nerves.
Nerves.
Yeah.
Fiddling with
Oh, so they
things.
filmed you during a race.
Yeah, they got footage of me racing.
Oh, wow.
And it was, so I could when I get that, I could bring that in, can I? I could give it to you if you want, so you can show it for
Well, you should
Fangin.
put it on. Tell them to put it on YouTube so everyone can see it. And you
Yeah.
can put it on your website. So you got to get into this.
The website I don't have yet.
Yeah.
The website that you're going to do for me, James.
I reckon if you made a website that was all about hairdressing, cars, driving cars, and acting, it'll be a huge hit on the internet.
It'd be just about the greatest website
Yeah.
ever.
You have
All of
become
that.
some really crazy name for it.
Okay. I've never thought of that.
Yeah.
Just,
So anyway-
just what you're doing during the week.
So we have a regular segment that we start the podcast off with called "What Have We Been Consuming," and we talk about what we've been what movies we've been watching, what food we've been eating, what apps we'll be using on our phones, what art exhibitions. What about? Oh, sorry. Yes. What art exhibitions, theatre we've been seeing, just and talk a little bit about it. So, Campbell, what have you been consuming? You've listed awesome children's art festivals.
Yes, sorry, I did make show notes. Yeah, I went to the Children's Arts Festival. Awesome. They do stuff all throughout the year, but this time of year it's the festival
Yummy.
time, so they put a whole bunch of stuff
Nice
on.
cheese.
Jeez.
And my partner's doing some stuff, doing a portrait workshop, or did. It was last week. I did some workshops as well. Bryony did some workshops, who was on earlier. But there was some cool stuff. I saw a great show called, I think it was called Sticks and Stones and Bones, I think.
Is it?
It was a shadow puppet show by an artist from Montreal.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really cool. A really talented guy. Thought it could have done with, like he was a really great puppeteer, but I thought it could have done with a better writer
Okay. Yeah.
of the skits that he was doing.
Mhm.
Because, it was just amazing what he was doing with the shadows and the puppets and his body. And he was great, it was in the Spiegel tent, and it was, very kind of that, circusy sort of performance. And he came out and he was sort of, had this little voice like this, a very funny little man.
Mm.
And, that character was great, and the kids loved it. But yeah, just the actual written content could have been a lot better, I thought. That was cool. Yeah, it's a really great festival. Gets kids excited about arts and gets them involved in performing arts as well, which is...
I missed the intro to that. Where was that on?
sorry, this was the Awesome Arts Festival. So that was on in Forest Place.
When?
Just this last week.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So it's been really cool. So that's...
It's good to
We're
see
gonna check it
Perth.
out, yeah.
Good to see Perth pushing the arts more, isn't it? Like, there's
Yeah.
lots of things going on now. Did you see that? How many people they had at the Beaufort Street Festival?
No, our Canadian friends went there, but
That
we didn't.
was huge.
Yeah.
They had like 100,000 people.
Oh wow!
100,000.
Yeah, I saw in the local
Wow.
paper. They said they weren't sure how many people were actually there, but they said it was between 80 and 100,000 people over the 2 days. Which
Yeah.
is, and I saw a photo of Beaufort Street, and it was just a sea of people.
Yeah.
That was, it's great.
Yeah, it's great.
And that's what Perth needs more of, I think.
Yeah.
More festivals.
Well, they're getting, like, there seems to be more and more every year. Everyone's having a festival.
Yeah.
Maybe we're becoming the festival capital.
Steve, you were talking about how you went and saw a play called Slut. Maybe you could talk about that for this section. What was that like? What's that about, and what was it like?
Harry, could I have a little bit more Coke?
Help yourself.
There's a Pepsi Max in the.
Just
in the little
eating and
cooler.
talking, it's a bit tricky. The cheese Harry brought him is absolutely beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I don't.
It's yummy.
I'm not a big cheese person. But
It's yummy cheese.
Does anyone else want more Coke?
No.
do you want you need a glass?
I've got.
Oh, you go.
That cheese, Harry, would be beautiful on toast, wouldn't it?
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, slightly melted, maybe grilled. You've got a toaster, have you, Joan?
Not easily accessed.
Okay.
You need a good piece of bread, though. Some nice
Sourdough.
sourdough.
Oh, I do have some sourdough, nice sourdough. If you want
Oh.
one. Well, yeah.
So, Slut.
Yes.
It was a great play.
What was it about?
Um,
Has a very provocative title.
yeah, it was, and I thought it would be very provocative, but it wasn't as provocative as I thought it would be, and it wasn't as dark as I thought it would be. It was, the way they did it, they had, I think it was 5 female characters talking about this character that was a slut, and how they knew her, and how they shared their lives with her, and how her journey of being a slut, and how men perceive women and call them sluts is sort of around that. You know how if a woman sleeps around a bit, she's called a slut. A guy can sleep around and he's not a slut.
He's not a slut.
And it was that message,
Yeah.
which, and so quite poignant, I thought, because people men do that, don't they?
Yeah.
And
Women do that as well.
Yeah, women do it
Yeah,
a lot
women-
to each other. Yeah.
people do it. Yeah.
Yeah, people. Yeah.
So yeah, and Alex Nell was in it. You know Alex?
No.
She's good. I've actually sent her a message,
Okay, cool.
so she might be listening. How many have we got now?
Oh, we got about 3 or 4 listening.
Oh, have we?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Alex might be one of them. Alex, could you see if it's Alex?
Oh, I can't see who's listening unless they chat to us and they're not chatting. If you're listening and you want to chat, you can.
Oh, I
There's
see.
a chat below the video where you can send us a message or
Make a request.
make a request for Campbell's drawing. You can see what he's just drawn there from a request he got
I've
in
got
from Twitter.
no idea what that is. It looks like a sausage wearing a hat.
Yeah, it's like a gherkin,
I can
Mexican
see what-
gherkin, and a red bull woman with.
I can see what you mean,
Plentiful
though.
cleave.
I can see what you mean, though, James. There's a little bit of fluffing around, isn't there, to actually tune into us?
Yeah.
Like there's a little bit of clicking to it.
Well, the cool thing is
Need
it's
to
actually
streamline
on a
it.
page. So you just have to go facebook.com/Final Summer and it goes straight to the thing. If you're on a computer, but if you're on a phone, then you have to get the Ustream app. You have to search Final Summer, and then find a stream.
That's what's going
tune
on,
in.
because most people just have a iPhone now, don't they?
Yeah, or an iPad.
So really, I'm the old school.
Yeah, well, this
I'm
is
still
the
a
way.
laptop
Until someone comes up with a solution, this is what we're stuck with, really.
I'm still a laptop man. I have my laptop.
Hopefully,
gone the-
hopefully now that Adobe is slowly killing off Flash, people will start to make HTML5 streaming videos so that this will just go any web page that you open with the video on will just start playing.
Oh, okay, so that's why, because it's Flash.
Yeah.
No one's made it.
But Adobe is adding HTML5 support eventually, and hopefully Ustream and stuff like that will support. But
Okay, now you're talking now fanging around. It's not necessarily about cars. You guys talk about anything.
yeah,
We talk about vampires as well.
Yeah.
Right. I thought I got the picture was about cars mainly.
well, that's how it got inspired. We were thinking of doing a car podcast, but when we realised that we didn't know anything, so we thought we have to fill it out with. So this is where you're a resident expert going on.
So okay, yeah. So it's good that I've dropped in tonight.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I mean, I watch Formula One. That's my extent of my
I
car
love
knowledge.
Formula One.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You watched it last night, Web-a-Thon?
I actually went to bed.
Yeah,
I got home from racing my car
Yeah.
yesterday, and
Doing the real
I
thing.
told you,
yeah.
I was laying on the couch when
Stuffed.
you rang,
Yeah.
and I was absolutely stuffed.
Yeah.
And I had a big day in the car, and it burns up a lot of energy racing cars, and I got home and I was just shattered. So when you rang me, I was laying down, and your name popped up on the phone. I thought, oh God, shall I answer it or not? I thought, okay, I like
Oh,
James.
you
I'll answer
did.
it.
Wow.
And, exactly. And here I am tonight. So, where was I going with that, James?
You
ADD's kicking in here.
I was asking if you watched the Formula One because Weber won last night.
I went to bed at 8 o'clock. What time did you ring me? You rang me about 7 or something? It was quite early.
Yeah, I think I called you at like 5. You called me at 5:15, but the phone was on silent, of course, and I called you back like a couple hours later when I realised you had replied back straight away.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, so anyway, I went to bed and I woke up to go to the loo at 11 o'clock and I thought the Formula One's on.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched about 30 laps of it, and that was when Webber hit the front.
Yeah.
I thought, great, he's going to win this. And he did. So that's great for Mark Webber.
His first win of the year
You guys
and the
watching
last
it?
race of the season.
No,
Can't say
Campbell?
never do, no.
You didn't tune
I'm
in.
not a Formula One man. I'm not even really. Look,
Campbell.
He used to have a Jag.
I used to drive a Jag.
You like you like the classical. You like the classic stuff.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
I had a Jag.
Right. What year?
He's jaded.
It was a 1985 Jaguar XJ6.
Right. Now they can be a bit of a problem.
Mine was a big problem.
They have an oil leak problem. Did yours have an oil leak? They do have an oil leak problem. That the XJ6.
My head gasket blew.
Right. Which is not cheap on a Jag.
No,
That's huge.
so I got rid of the car.
That's huge.
That's the car. It was more expensive. It would have been cheaper to buy another one.
You could have bought a new Hyundai for getting the head fixed on the Jag.
That's
Probably
true.
the same price.
That's exactly true.
Oh, wow.
So now I don't have a Jag.
So now he's into the future cars, the concept cars. Right.
I've always loved concept cars. I've always loved classic cars and concept cars, and basically hated
But now you're
everything.
He
soured
just
on
loves
classic cars.
anything that he can't have.
Well, hey, listen, guys. Seeing that we're talking about fanging around, when I roll the old girl out next year, the Charger, you've got to come up and have a look.
Oh,
I'll
definitely.
tell James and invite you up to come and have a look at the
Definitely.
Charger.
We're going to have to do a special episode.
Yeah.
Where we actually visit a racetrack.
Yeah, live from Barbagallo.
And if you do, maybe you can put a camera in the car. You can come back and have your fanging
yeah.
around, and you can. We went up the track last week and we watched a bit of classic racing, and here's some footage.
That'd be wonderful. I'd love it.
That would be good.
But no, I didn't watch Formula One.
No.
I don't know. I just don't find it very exciting.
Oh, gotta get into it, Harry. All the drama.
Look, it can be a bit clinical. You know,
I don't think it films well for me.
Okay.
They don't convey that the concept of how fast they're going.
Okay.
I feel when
they're
I
doing
watch it.
300 kilometres an hour.
Yeah. You look at the stats.
You get a
and go,
feel
"Holy
when
shit."
they go off the track.
Yeah. That's when it comes
That's
into
true.
focus.
Actually, that's very true what Campbell's saying, because the tracks now are so safe and they have so much wash off on the corners and sand, they call them kitty litter. They go on into the kitty litter, and they have so much runoff. Sorry, the runoff on the tracks they're so safe now.
Yeah.
And these guys are taking unbelievable risks in these cars now because they know they can get away with it. Where 20 years ago they couldn't get away with it. They slam into a concrete wall or whatever. But the tracks are built; they can just basically wipe out and get away with it now at these ridiculous speeds. So yeah, from that point of view, I sort of agree in a way because it starts to look like you're saying, Campbell. It probably starts to look a bit like a Xbox game.
For me, it looks like remote control, like RC racing. Like they look tiny on the track. Whenever I see it on TV, I think they look so small.
It's because the roads are so big, and in proportion, you don't really get a sense of how fast they're going.
No, there's no sense of scale or
They
anything.
need some narrow roads with them trees down.
That's why they do look good racing at tracks like
Monaco.
Monaco,
Oh yeah. You
That's
see
what I'm
that and you go, holy shit.
the street tracks, Monaco and Melbourne.
Yeah.
That's different. That's true.
Yeah.
Because
I think that's why I think the Monaco Grand Prix will be the most famous race because it's in a city. You're flying past buildings, going into tunnels and
Well, you
stuff,
know-
and not just a flat sea like Perth. This is on a cliff that's looking down the ocean, so you're going
That's
up in hills and when they put on the onboard camera in the Monaco race, I just don't know how how they can. They obviously know the track perfectly. They're driving blind, but there's no way someone who had never raced before can predict how the corner's going to go because it's so fast. You have to know what the turn is before you go into it.
Did you see the Top Gear where the presenters were driving their hot hatches
and they were
through
freaking out.
They were freaking out big time, and they were just driving like, I mean, not just, but they were driving little hot hatches, and they each had like
professional F1 drivers taking them on the journey.
Yeah, they're like managers or something who are in the cars with them, and knowing every inch of that track, and they were just like, holy shit.
That I was going to say, I went to Monaco.
Mm-hmm.
3 years.
Really?
I went to Monaco. Yeah, got an apartment in Nice because one of my clients, she's French, and she offered me her apartment in Nice because I mentioned the fact that I'd love to go to Monaco. She goes, "Oh, Stephen, you can use my apartment."
Okay.
So yeah, she gave it to me at a very good rate, and so I went to Monaco and I walked the track, walked through the tunnel.
So there's what
amazing.
In the off season, what can you see? Do they leave?
They leave a lot of infrastructure there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just used as normal streets.
Yeah.
So it's all there, a lot of it. But a lot of it's actually set up for that weekend. They closed the whole city down, or town, whatever you call it. What's Monaco? A city? It's a city.
Yeah.
City.
They closed it down for like a week. Isn't that amazing, though? Imagine closing Perth down for a week for a motor racing event. They just embrace it, and it's like this huge festival. It's not just about the car racing. I mean, the women are out. The women are looking beautiful. The Ferraris and the Lamborghinis are everywhere. And the whole festival, it's just a festival of speed, and they just embrace it. It's just amazing. Because, like in Perth, we've got this problem. No one likes to close a road off for the day, or for an hour. Maybe.
Yeah. Just like when they close roads for the fireworks, it's like chaos.
But I thought it was great when we had the Choggum thing here. They had to close roads off, and I thought this is good for Perth because it's putting people in that position that a bit of discomfort for a couple of days is actually good for Perth because we're not used to it.
Yeah.
Campbell, can we get an explanation just of what that picture was that you just...
Oh, sorry. That last picture. Yeah. So that was for Shauna. She's in Madrid at the moment. Mm-hmm. And she requested she said something, Spanish themed. She said...
so was that a chorizo then?
Yeah, well, she requested... She said something Spanish themed, maybe bullfighting, flamenco dancing, chorizo, whatever. So I combined all of them. There was a bull, a bull flamenco dancer, and a
this is the.
Oh no, this isn't it.
Oh,
it's gone now.
It's the one we talked when he went to the toilet. We were like, "What's that?"
I was looking at it. and I'm thinking flamingo.
I like how you're trying to.
Yeah.
You were trying to make it work. You're open to it.
Where's it going with that?
No, the one that was gone. So it was a flamenco dancing bull and a bullfighting chorizo.
Fantastic.
I got it all in there for Shauna. Yes, and now I'm on to Bree. Bree's made a request. Something Christmassy, she says.
Christmassy?
Anything.
Christmas
Getting in the mood?
And holiday.
Maybe you could do it.
I've had two people come back saying they like this.
Oh, cool.
That's good.
Yeah.
Actually, I've had more than that.
I think I pulled a vote as well from Natalie, who requested the Cluedo one.
Awesome.
I think she actually went and voted because she said...
If you're confusing about the difference between liking the page and voting is for the competition. Liking the page is just like our website and you like it. If you want to vote, you got to vote for summer.com.
Yeah, that's true. But if they like it, they might make the effort to vote tomorrow. They might
follow the link that's on the video. Yeah.
They might not have time to do all that right now.
They can listen, keep the audio going, and come back and see how Campbell's pictures developed as they go vote. 3 or 4 clicks it takes, but it's worth it.
I know Natalie actually voted because she said, "Geez, that was a pain in the ass." I went, "Yeah, cool, you did it. Good work."
Oh dear. Well, thanks, Natalie. Thanks for persevering and giving.
Yeah, she's going to get the biggest high five on Thursday at work.
Awesome.
Coming her way.
Well, big high five is not always appreciated,
No, she loves them.
It can hurt.
No, she loves them.
Harry's scarred.
Did you get a bad high five once?
Oh, sometimes.
Sometimes. Ladies.
Get a real big one.
So, Harry, what are you consuming?
It's stinging. Well, I've recently joined the modern era, and I've bought myself a smartphone.
Oh, did you?
But your Android phone wasn't smart enough.
No, it was incredibly poor. And so,
when did this happen, Harry?
I'm all over the internet and the apps and all that. I'm like consuming everything.
What new apps are you running on the iPhone 4 now that you're now that you're mobile rather than what apps do you bring from your iPad to your phone, Harry?
Pretty much none of them.
Oh, okay. You're exploring the whole new world of
Yep.
iPhone specific apps. Okay.
I'm totally all about Instagram. That's what I do.
See, I don't get Instagram.
Oh no, it's like Twitter, except it's like sweet photos.
Yeah.
I can take a photo.
But is that something else? Is that something else you need to subscribe to? Someone's Instagram account?
Can you take you can take a photo?
Well, you can log
Harry?
in with your Twitter account or your Facebook account, but you can create, if you don't use Twitter or Facebook, I think you can create an Instagram account.
But then, like, if I want to check someone's Instagrams, I got to go on Instagram, right?
Oh, well, people could tweet it from, so you can get them in your Twitter feed if they tweet it.
Yeah, see, that's a pain in the ass.
But it's so simple. You just load up the app and all the photos start appearing. It's not like you have to go looking for the photos. They're all in that one place.
Yeah.
It's probably easier than having to browse through Twitter and look for other people's photos.
Yeah.
See, Twitter
You're probably
sucks. I much
I've never done Twitter actually.
It's really boring. It's like
I don't do.
Oh,
Twitter.
only if you subscribe to boring people.
Yeah, it's all about the people you subscribe to.
It means you've subscribed to crappy people.
well, maybe I have.
You need to find some cool people to subscribe to.
Yeah, I don't have time. To
Hey,
find-
did you guys see Social Network, the film?
Yes,
I did see the film.
I did not like it.
I liked it.
I liked it.
I really liked
I
it,
didn't.
What was wrong with it?
and I thought
was
the
silly.
lead actor was brilliant. I thought it was silly.
Yeah.
There's something for Brie. It's Christmassy. It's a Christmas elf for you, Brie. Merry Christmas.
Ho, 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 ho,
Oh,
ho. Thanks, Bree, for tuning in. So no specific apps you want to shout out, Harry?
Yeah, what have you been really getting? Well, Instagram. Tell me more.
Instagram.
What have you been Instagramming?
I've only made 2 posts so far.
I should probably follow you on Instagram then.
I thought you didn't do Instagram.
I've got it. I just hate it. That's why I can speak with authority when I say I don't like it.
I'm just
Oh, wow, this person's posted a nice photo there.
So we can't. Sorry, we can't. Like he's getting people requesting, right?
Yeah, off Twitter, though.
Yeah,
right?
off Twitter
Oh,
and
it's off Twitter.
through my Facebook account and all
Oh.
sorts of places, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So don't worry. Don't worry about what...
Oh, that's what you're getting.
Yep.
But you're getting more hits than me. On
Am I?
on my Facebook, I'm not getting that much.
Yeah, it's it's a tough world out there to sell. I've been using the thing that's going to replace Instagram, the new hit app. It's called Oink, and you just rate things. So it's like if you go to Juz Burgers and you have a
Is
good
it like
burger,
hot or not?
yeah, and you take a picture of your burger that you had, and you
crazy.
name the burger,
It's
and
crazy.
you say I like it or I don't like it. And it gets tagged at Juz Burger. So when people come in and they can look at what's at that shop, they can go, oh, look at these people and what they thought of the meal. So you can see what an actual real meal is because they can see the photos and you can see the ratings of every object. So it's like you're not just rating a place, you're rating the things you sell. They're selling, and it can be anything. You just rate anything and you just tag it. So if you go to, you will tag it burger, obviously, if you're rating a burger. Or if you're going to a pizza place, you'll tag it pizza. And so people can look at pizzas from all over Perth and say, oh, what places have the best rating of pizzas? And so it's called Oink.
That sounds pretty cool.
You got to get into it.
Oink. You're always telling me to get into things.
Yeah, I don't generally get into it until it's like uncool.
Yeah.
It's like a bit.
Yeah. So this person's like rating the shepherd's pie at this certain shop, and this one's doing a bangers and mash. This is a beer someone's rating. I've been rating ciders for the cider cast.
What do you think? It's a load of crap, though, really.
It is. What's awesome is live broadcasts brought to you on facebook.com/Final Summer
Exactly.
for the voteforsummer.com.
It's real. It's something real.
Web-a-Thon.
It's something real.
It's something
Yeah.
real.
You can really connect with
Yeah,
people.
you can connect
real
with
people.
us live. You can
Well,
ask us
yeah.
questions,
It's
request
real.
drawings, vote for an awesome web series.
I mean, I'm from the old school, right? Because I'm a little bit older than you guys, just a little bit. So, I think a lot of stuff on the internet, a lot of people in my age group think it's just a lot of crap.
yeah.
People just, they're just soaking up so much of their time and wasting time
Yeah.
on nothing. It's really a lot of nothing stuff, isn't it? This isn't what we're doing now
Yeah.
because it's our, little project. But no, not because of that. But this is something that you're actually doing.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
So it's good, but there's just a lot of, I don't know.
A lot of
waffle.
fucking bullshit.
But wouldn't you like it if someone got a haircut
Are we allowed to
and
say
they...
fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the internet. We can
I've
say
been
whatever
sort
you
of holding
like.
myself back a
No.
bit.
Yeah,
Oh,
ABC.
I just thought you were really
Okay.
well
It's
spoken.
unrated internet.
You got to see the other side of me now.
Yeah.
Oh,
There you
dear.
go, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go race some cows around
Yeah,
the track.
fucking oath, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You had your hairdresser hat on. Now you can put your racing hat
Okay.
on. Really get into it.
Okay.
Okay, the Science Hour. NASA sent a new Mars probe up on the weekend.
All up
Pretty
in your...
excited about
World's
that.
biggest mobile object that's gone to another planet. Are you guys pretty pumped?
Oh, I saw that.
I am pumped.
Big vehicle. Have you seen the contraption they have to
Yeah,
get to land? It looks so complicated. I bet it's going to fail.
it does sound like...
Yeah.
Didn't the last one? It was like a shoebox-sized fail.
That's the one they
Yeah.
sent just recently to
Well,
Mars.
the
Mars,
window
you
just opened to send. It only opens every 2 years for a couple months. So the Russians sent theirs last week and it died. And this week the Americans sent theirs, and I don't think it's dead yet. But Americans usually getting it there. It's whether they land it. Have this really fancy contraption where it comes down, it fires rockets, and it drops the car vehicle from a certain height, and it lands.
Yeah, there's another vehicle which lowers it on a string.
Yeah, down to the ground.
And the other vehicle's got like rockets, so it like hovers above the ground and it lowers it on a piece of string.
What? No way. Have they tried this on Earth yet?
Well, yeah, they've tested it out,
Yeah,
but
yeah. Out in the desert somewhere.
after a 9-month flight, there's so much potential for something, just one thing to go wrong, and that, the last Randers was successful because they literally just covered them in huge balloons and made it just they thumped into the ground, just bounced to a landing, and that's how they were successful.
But wasn't one of the last two didn't work?
The European one didn't work, but the two Americans ones did.
Okay.
So are you talking about the one to Mars? Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah. But the
Right.
Martians ones didn't even make it out of Earth orbit.
But I thought it's going to take 2 years to get there.
It takes 9 months to get there, I think.
I'm not sure.
I mean, but maybe it's taking a shorter trip as usual, but usually it takes 9 months.
it's a long trip, isn't it?
Yeah, because if you're sending humans there, you have you got your window. You go 9 months there, and then you have to wait on Mars until you got the window to come back, and it's another 9 months back. And I'm not sure how long that is between the windows to get back to Earth, but it's quite a while.
So they won't be sending men up there for a while. Humans.
Well, they reckon I think they're aiming for 2030, maybe. No, I don't know. But
Well, they're saying
they
Mars.
keep pushing back because America doesn't have enough money to. They keep
No, they're in the shit at the moment.
yeah, they're spending all their money on wars instead of
That's right.
spacing.
Fools.
There must be a lot of oil in Afghanistan. That's all I can say.
There's a lot of poppies. The supporting the drug trade.
A lot of mineral wealth, I
Yeah.
think, hidden in those mountains in Afghanistan. Have to be. They must have sent the geos in there first, the geologists, to get in there before the war
Yeah,
started.
probably.
Now, Concept Corners, we've got listed the 10-year reunion.
Yeah, we
obviously had our-
just had our 10-year reunion, high school reunion.
We had it on the weekend. 10 years. Had it at the local joint. We used to hang out now and then.
So was it great catching up with all your old mates?
It was a really weird mix of people because of all the people that did come and didn't come. I was speaking to people at the 10-year reunion that I didn't speak to when I was in high school.
Oh, okay.
So that was weird. I met the other James, who I never spoke to in high school, but there was another James that was in our year.
Oh yeah, I never spoke to him.
Yeah. I can't remember what we talked about. I don't remember much at all, really.
Blind, were we?
I think so. I mean, I remember getting home, so I thought maybe it was a safe night. But
No,
maybe
was
not.
this was Saturday,
Saturday
night.
night? Yeah.
Shit, and so did you get some sleep last night? Because you told me you were
I
going to
got
bed early.
4 hours sleep. Yeah.
Unbelievable. You're gonna
What do you think, Camel?
You're not.
It went too quick.
Hmm.
I felt I was leaving by the time I got there.
Yeah.
I spoke to a handful of people and I had to leave. Only like a third of the people I got to actually chat with.
Yeah, I don't remember speaking to everyone. I was there from 4 o'clock
Start
till
close.
4 o'clock in the morning.
So it was it was a really good night then.
I had a great
Yeah,
night.
I had a great night as well.
Hmm.
And I was a bit anxious that it was going to be very awkward and weird, but it was just nice.
Wasn't. Oh, okay.
It was just nice.
I think it was probably a good setting. It wasn't like we were going out to a pub and.
Yeah. I was worried I was going to
awkwardly.
get beaten up as well.
Oh, by
I've
a guy?
expressed that fear to a lot of
Did
people.
he turn up?
The guy didn't turn up. No, just general fear,
Oh, okay.
anxiety that someone would have had a vendetta against me for a long time.
This
and
guy
been-
from high school, who used to be our friend, turned up at my workplace one day and said, "How's Campbell going? Next time I see him, I'm going to punch him in the face."
and I thought we were
Yeah, we were like
on pretty
friends.
good terms. Yeah.
Oh, this guy's serious.
Yeah,
Well,
but we don't know what
you
it's
can never
about.
be sure.
You can never be sure with Guy, I guess. But
Yeah,
Well, you know the guy.
yeah, oh yeah, his name is Guy.
yeah.
His name is
He's-
Guy.
he's a guy
and
called Guy.
we went to high school with him, and we were friends
Did you
with
not
him.
like him, or
No, I liked him a lot. He was a nice guy.
you don't know whether
Yeah.
he was joking or not?
He seemed. Well, you said he sounded pretty serious.
Yeah. I don't know.
And I figure because he was someone I got on with well at high school, what must the people that I really didn't get on well with in high school think of me? That's what had me anxious.
It's really a wonder you came back sort of alive.
yeah.
Well,
Saturday
yeah.
night.
if
And
Tommy turned up,
Tommy, yeah, there were a lot of people that kind of had it in for me in high
Drew
school.
didn't Drew.
Why is that? Were you a bit of a prick in high school?
I was an asshole. Was I an asshole?
Yeah, a little.
Was he an arrogant?
It was just a bit
Was he
precocious.
arrogant?
Precocious, arrogant.
Up
I was-
yourself.
Yeah.
Attitude.
It wasn't a bad way though.
It was. I was pretty not nice.
Where was that coming from, Campbell?
Oh, just the stress of being a teenager, I think. Manifesting itself in that way. And also, I was quite a nihilist at that age as
But you
well.
seem to have turned out all right.
He's obsessed
mellowed
with
out a
Fight
lot.
Club and
I've
about
mellowed out a
bringing
Oh,
lot.
you were
down-
quite intense.
Yeah, maybe.
Teenager.
But also, I just didn't feel. I had no filter, you know? I didn't have a filter. If I didn't like someone, I just tell them. And there wasn't any being nice about it. It was just like,
Fuck off.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was either. There was no middle ground. It was kind of like. Yeah.
Someone gets a basketball thrown in their face, then you thought that was funny, you'd laugh at that.
I'd laugh at that. And then I'd get.
That might get you punched.
Yeah,
Beaten up.
potentially.
So, you guys were obviously close friends at school. Who're still close friends
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
So you've known each other for like, what, 15 years or something?
Jeez, yeah.
You probably know each
15
other for the
years.
rest of your lives, you guys.
Yeah, I assume so. Well, 15 years. Yeah, we're not even 30 yet, so it's more than half our lives we've all known each other.
So,
Whoa.
That's a freaky stat.
are you two interested in film as well, or?
We've appeared in a lot of his films.
Campbell's a illustrator slash writer. Harry is a scientist. He's at the moment he's a
truffle
truffle
expert.
scientist.
Oh, what
A
scientist?
truffle scientist.
Truffle. Studying truffles.
Indeed.
Right. I've never actually eaten one.
Oh. We'll have to.
Are they yummy?
You know what? You'll have
They're
to
delicious.
cook some truffles, and we'll eat them as we're going around the racetrack.
Yeah.
In a charger.
So what do they taste like? They're a fungi, aren't they?
They're a fungi, yeah.
Are they a bit like a mushroom, or?
No, they're nothing like a mushroom. They've got a really distinct, kind of different taste. It's a very strong smell. It's more of a smell than a flavour, really.
I'll have to try them. So what do you just cook them in butter or something in the fry pan?
Yeah, you don't really cook them at all. You just kind of
Shave them.
shave them over. Like, you'll cook like a carbonara pasta or something like that. Just light flavours, something creamy, buttery, and just shave it on top.
Oh.
So just the heat, just a little bit of heat.
So don't use too much of it.
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay.
Unless you're very
Quite
well
a-
off.
Yeah.
Oh, you
It's
don't,
got a very strong smell, so it's
you
more
don't
like...
actually cut them into slices like a mushroom you would.
No, you'd shave them with the
Oh.
cheese
Sorry,
grater
chips.
or a truffle
Oh,
grater.
I see. That's why they're so expensive, because people
Yeah.
just use a little bit of them.
It's like a spice, yeah.
Oh, okay. I
But
didn't know that.
are they very firm as well? Are they very hard?
Yeah, no, they're quite hard. They're harder than a mushroom.
Yeah, you wouldn't
Oh,
really
right.
cut them.
they're
into
kind of a
slices.
bit like a potato, I suppose, in
Yeah.
terms of...
I was surprised at how firm they look. Like a piece of coal.
Yeah.
They almost look more
and
like
they're
a
quite
mineral.
heavy. Like, I was
104.
surprised.
We're up to 104 votes.
104.
Okay.
Hey,
They almost look like a mineral. They have a shine to them, and they're sort of faceted. I was amazed when I first saw them at your
they're
house.
pretty beautiful, sort of...
Yeah.
How,
yeah.
how big do they
Things.
grow?
Oh, up to a kilogram.
And how long does it take them to grow that size?
Well, they all take the same amount of time, so it's an annual cycle.
Oh, over a year?
Oh, they start growing about now. About 6 months they take to grow.
Oh, okay.
But they
Right.
they start forming in the summer, and then they'll be harvested in the winter.
So, it'd be a very good business to get into, then. The truffle.
Well, surprisingly, not really.
No?
No.
Truffle. Oh,
There's a lot of...
people doing it.
There's a few people doing it at the moment, and there's a lot of effort and money, a lot of capital expense, and there's a wait period before you actually get any return. And then there's a lot of faffing about in terms of finding them. You got to have trained dogs, and they're all underground, and there's a lot of effort involved in
But if you were growing
digging them up.
commercially, you'd know where they are, wouldn't you?
No, you have to train dogs.
Oh.
So they grow on the roots of the tree. So you put
right.
you put in your trees,
Oh, okay.
and then you've got to.
There's a lot more to truffles than what I thought. I thought they just grew in the
This is why
ground like...
they're so expensive.
I just thought they just grew in the ground like a bloody mushroom or something.
Well, they do,
mushrooms
but
pop
only
up.
on a certain tree, right? And on the roots.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. So you have to inoculate the roots of your tree when it's a seedling with the spore, and then you plant it in the ground. You got to wait 10, 15 years,
God,
and then your truffles start forming if you're lucky.
it's
If you're
amazing.
lucky.
That's
So
amazing.
you can't seed a growing tree with spores?
Oh, you can, but the root system of a grown tree is kind of hundreds of kilometers long, so you're going to need hundreds of kilos of truffle to inoculate it. You know what I mean?
So I'd
No,
like...
not really.
Root system of a seedling's only, you know.
Yeah, no,
it's
I
not-
understand that, but why do you need to inoculate the whole root system?
Well, you don't really need to. I mean, you could just do bit, but a fully grown tree is going to have lots of other fungi colonising its roots, so there's going to be
That'll
competition.
compete. Ah.
And yeah,
So what is the fungi... what does the truffle grow in the roots? Does the tree needs it, or...
yeah, well, it's a symbiote, so the fungi provides nutrients to the tree,
Right.
and the tree gives it kind of carbohydrate from the
Unbelievable,
leaves,
isn't it?
sugars.
They help each other,
And they help each other.
and then we eat them.
Yep.
And chop them down.
No, they're purpose built for people to eat. Because they grow underground, they've got no other way of dispersing their spores. So if they live underground and then they die, their spores just stay underground. So they need something to pick them up and take them. And
Well, people or pigs, right?
people... So there's lots of different species of truffle, and they all have different aromas, and they attract different species of animals and insects.
Ah.
And so this species is obviously really attractive to humans.
So how did humans find them?
Oh, I don't know. They've been eating them in
Interesting.
France for hundreds of years.
So I wonder how that came about, though, to
That's
actually
fascinating, yeah.
find a truffle.
Well,
But
you
what was
can
that?
sometimes see them. They form a bit of a mound under the soil. They like push up the soil, so you can say, "Oh, there's a bit of a crack in the soil there. There might be a truffle under there if you dig it at the right time of year." And you often see other animals digging around for them and that sort of thing. So you got.
But one
some
of the
animals
things I
digging.
find really interesting, one of the aspects of it, I think you were telling me, Harry, is at one point in France, it was like, they were like potatoes.
Mm.
They were just so common, and they knew how to harvest them and grow them, and the acreage, there were just acres and acres and acres of reliable.
Yeah, well, they didn't know
Truffle
how to
farms, right?
harvest. Well, I suppose they did know how to harvest them, but they weren't farmed. It was just.
Oh, okay.
It's because there was acres and acres of forest, and so
Oh, okay.
there were lots and lots of truffles.
But they had to knock all that down, didn't they? All the trees.
Well, they steadily over the years knocked it down to put in wheat crops and vineyards and.
Yeah, but this good has moved from being a really common food item in France to being a real prestige
Right.
sort of.
Yeah.
The economics of it all is really fascinating.
Well, it's not so much. It's more that they were sort of discovered by the elite, and I guess the chefs learned how to cook with them to make them something delicious.
Became a
Because,
delicacy.
yeah, well, if you found a truffle and just ate it, you'd think it was foul. It's not very nice.
Mm.
You need to learn, what foods to combine it with. You only want a little. You don't want to eat a whole lot of it. You just want a small taste of it.
So are you suggesting that it became a staple part of French recipes, the French cuisine staple, and then as they became rarer, the demand for them, or
Well, I think it kind of worked its way into the kind of. I've got no idea how it actually happened, but I assume it kind of worked its way into the cuisine of just, country cooking, and then it slowly worked its way up into more elite circles. And back in the day, they used to have, you find recipes for a stuffed turkey or whatever. It's just got, 10 truffles stuffed inside a turkey. And these days, that'd be a couple of $1,000s worth of truffles.
yeah, wow, that's
So-
amazing.
So
Yeah,
what's one truffle worth?
It's
Australia?
about $2 a gram, $2 or $3 a gram. So you'd get a truffle kind of this big, it'd be $100-200.
Shit.
yeah, it's pretty amazing. Yeah, I was reading something about the history of like modern shellfish consumption and lobster. I think at one point lobster was really looked down upon in the Americas.
Yeah.
It was like Wharfies food or Wharfies crab or something it was considered.
Well, aren't they thought of as like a parasite on the bottom of the ocean? They sort of eat all the shit, don't they? Eat the crap or something. Can they stay stuck on the bottom of the ocean? And everything that falls to the bottom, they eat it.
Right. So that you don't want to eat the thing that's eating all the shit of the ocean.
That's what they do, apparently.
Yeah.
They're like the cockroach of the ocean. That's right.
Yeah, that's a pretty good analogy. Yeah.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
Now
That makes sense.
They've become a delicacy.
But now it's a highly sought
I love
after.
lobster.
So you just need to go and find whatever food we currently think
Now,
It's shit.
is shit.
Do we
And
need to
just,
give another plug?
Go for
Final summer.
But what else?
Vote for summer.com.
My favourite shellfish
Vote
is the
for
Moreton Bay bug.
summer.com, please.
Or the slipper. I think it's the slipper lobster.
James Pontifex,
I
his
haven't had a
latest
Moreton Bay bug in
project.
ages.
Support
Love
James.
them. Love
Come
it.
on.
It's my favourite. I prefer it over lobster as well.
How many people listening right now?
You said you have to go to Moreton Bay to get one.
I know. It's quite a
Have we
trip.
got many people? 5, maybe? Can I find that out? How do I find that out?
We've got 2 people listening.
Oh,
2 very cool people.
what are their names?
Today I learned, this is from Reddit, that the word idiot originates from ancient Greek word idiots, meaning a private person, a person who is not actively interested in politics.
Idiots.
Fact.
Hmm.
Do we have any idiots in the room?
Idiots? I think you have to be... I think you have to think about politics to a certain degree, don't you?
Well, everything's a political act, isn't it?
Because we are affected by it,
Hmm.
whatever they do, so...
I wouldn't consider myself an idiot.
No. You do have to take some interest. I mean, a lot of people don't, though, do they?
Yeah, no, a lot of people
A
don't.
lot of people don't give a shit at all.
Just go about their daily business.
I mean, I suppose in Australia we're sort of lucky in a way that we've got Liberal and Labor. They just keep bouncing across the top of each other, and the Greens pick up the bits and pieces here and there, and it keeps working, doesn't it? Really? What do you think, James?
Well, there's not a lot
Sorry,
of
I'm
choice
not paying attention.
difference between the two.
What's that?
There's not really a
Not
lot
a
of choice.
Not a
you know?
huge. Used to be,
Mm.
because Labor was the working class party.
Yeah.
But they've become a lot more moderate now.
Oh, there's such a fine line between the two major parties. It's hard to tell them apart.
Are you guys influenced by what your parents vote?
No.
No.
I suppose no. I used to argue with my father a lot about politics. My father was a Labor voter, and I was attracted to the Liberals, which are the Nationals in New Zealand.
Yeah.
You got Labor and National, which is the Liberal Party, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And we used to have, my father used to get really annoyed with me that I voted for the Liberal Party. He used to really piss him off. But
Is that why you did
I
it?
loved him very much. We were very close. But when it came to that,
Our family has screaming matches, and even though we usually end up voting for the same people.
it's the worst subject you can get onto.
Yeah.
It's politics and religion. It's like, the thing is, there's no point really arguing about them, because if I believe in Labor and you believe in Liberal, what's the point of really arguing about it? Because you're not going to change each other's mind, are you?
No.
If you can discuss it, that's good.
Apparently,
If it turns into an argument, don't go there.
Apparently, this song, I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas, is not about white people.
Yeah, I
About the
believe that.
snow.
Because
It's
it
about
wasn't.
snow.
It was famously sung by a black guy, wasn't it? And he was dreaming of maybe being part of.
What?
James, no, I think
White
No, well,
Christmas.
obviously that's not true, but that was the myth, right? Wasn't it?
No.
No, I've never heard
that's
that.
the first time I've heard of it.
If that's a myth, that's a very well hidden myth from.
I think you just made that up, James.
I think you're just trying to get ratings, increase your ratings.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing a Carl Sandler.
Oh, I've found no good topics, Jim.
Okay, come on, guys. I want some feedback here.
So Harry Campbell's put down, "Who's the hottie now?"
No, cancel that.
Cancel that.
Scrap that.
Okay.
You got to read the show notes and engage in the discussion. No, I was just floating that idea. We're not going to do that.
Oh, I want to read these show notes now.
We decided against it.
As soon as I typed it, I was like, no, that's not going to happen, but I'll just put it in the show notes for a laugh.
Okay.
That's too hard.
Vampire of the Week. The section we never ever complete.
Look, I'll kick it off because last night I watched a vampire movie. It was on free-to-air television. Anyone know what it was?
Vampire
It's
movie.
Twilight.
Oh, really?
I watched
Did
a
you
bit of
watch
it. Twilight. I mean, I don't know. I didn't really get into it that much. Did you, James?
I've never seen it. I don't even know what it's about.
Do you like it?
No,
I
very
do
much
know
not.
that just as you have, the girl has a baby vampire inside her and it punches itself way out of her stomach.
Yeah, my sister told me that
Yeah.
because she was a huge Twilight fan.
I'm kind of looking forward to. I kind of want to see that one. I think it'd be a bit.
The sex scenes are
amusing.
apparently really good because they're actually
really?
together, aren't they? Those two main.
Oh, I don't know. The
I
actors.
thought they weren't allowed to have sex.
I think they're in a relationship.
They're married now.
Yeah, there you
Are
go.
they?
Yeah.
So the chemistry was always very
It was
believable because it was real. There was no acting going on.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, no, in the book they're married.
Chemistry
I suppose.
was actually there.
I don't know if they're married.
Oh,
in
real life.
No, I don't think they're married in real life.
I think
they're
they're together.
Yeah.
They are together. So
But apparently, Twilight started as like a major Christian novel
She's Mormon.
promoting like Mormon. Yeah,
She's a Mormon.
is that right?
Yeah.
promoting
Stephanie
good
Meyer.
Mormon values. No sex
Really?
before marriage.
Mormons, they're
And what happens if you have sex? You get the baby punched out of your stomach.
Yep.
Yeah.
pretty full on, aren't they?
Yeah. So what was the best vampire in it? Who was the best vampire?
Oh, look. I already actually seen the film. I saw it a long time. I think when it first came out on DVD, I saw it. Because my sister had it out and she was like, "You got to watch this thing. It's amazing." And I was like, "Oh, yeah." And Liz and I watched it and we're like, great, good work. But then it was on TV and I was like, oh my God, I remember it being so shit. I'm going to have to see this thing again. And Liz and I were exhausted because we both worked sort of 9-day week. And yes, we watched it and it was just so bad, so incredibly bad. But
is it funny? I heard it's
it is
enjoyable
funny.
because
It's funny.
bad.
Yeah, it is funny bad. Full of Dutch angles.
What's a Dutch angle for the non-film person?
Camera.
It's where they
James.
tilt the camera a bit to the right, so it sort of makes you uneasy. The theory is it makes you uneasy when you watch it because it's just subtle enough that you don't realise it's been tilted, but subconsciously you notice it.
Yeah,
At least in
heaps
theory
of that
that's-
shit.
yeah.
Heaps. Well, yeah, subconsciously,
Yeah.
supposedly, unless you're aware of them. In
Yeah.
which case you go. Ugh. Lots of like fast forwarding the video or the film so that people look like they're moving really quickly, which kind of works a little bit. But when you got someone running across a field doing it, it looks really crap. Especially when it's 2011, and kind of think maybe they could do a better job.
And so, is it true that the vampires sparkle and they don't burn?
Yeah.
in the sun? Okay.
And I think she did some interesting things with the vampire mythology. I guess. Why not?
So, do they prefer to hang out in daylight then because they look cool?
No, what do they do? Yeah, well, he busts out like in one of the hilarious scenes of the movie / book. He sort of reveals to her that he's a vampire, and he unbuttons his shirt and stands out in the light, and he's like, "Oh, I'm a monster." And then of course it's whatever Robert Pattinson, this gorgeous teen model guy, and he's sort of opens his chest up and he's glittering and he's got this wonderful physique and he's going, "Oh, I'm hideous," and so the whole audience, the whole adult audience rolls their eyes and their eyeballs fall out of their head and the teen girls go, "Oh, he's magic." But no, I think he's pretty cool in the film actually. He's an alright vampire. She's insufferable in it. She's just about
she's
the
one of
worst
the most
actor.
despicable characters put on.
But just as an actress, she's
okay.
just
I liked her in.
So you're talking about Twilight still?
yes.
She's good, is she?
No, I found her just.
Oh.
I found her represent. I found the character she created was just so
This is the
thoroughly unlikable.
lead role.
Yeah. And it makes it completely unbelievable that this vampire, who's however many hundreds of years old, would be attracted to her in any way, because she's portrayed as being, really insecure and kind of unpopular and a bit pathetic and kind of unlikable, and he's drawn to her, and it's.
His acting's not bad.
He's good.
Yeah, he's okay.
Yeah. And he's got a great look. He's got a real Edward Scissorhands look about him.
Yes.
like Johnny Depp and Edward
It's
Scissorhands. where you-
unusual.
yeah, and a very beautiful kind of like a little a porcelain doll, and you are drawn to him. But
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
just so unremarkable.
Okay, I haven't watched enough of it to sort of. Well, I've seen him in other films
Oh, okay.
and quite liked him. Water for Elephants, you see that?
No.
I saw her in this movie, Kirsten Stewart, and she's not that great, but it was a surprisingly good called In the Land of Women. It's about the guy from the OC hooking up with Meg Ryan.
Wow, I'd watch that.
Yeah, check it out. It's called my hot tip of the week. So I'm sorry, I'm prepared. We need a question of the week.
I thought we were going to talk about motor racing, but not now.
Oh, yeah. We've got all different types of segments.
Well, we've got the Fangin car news coming up. Do you want to go to that?
Yeah, let's think of a question.
They might get a bit bored with the car stuff too much.
No.
Oh, it's, it's
We have
steeped in
talked about it quite a bit. Really.
Campbell went to the Fiat car show.
I did.
Yeah.
The Fiat car show.
The Fiat car show. Yep.
There's some nice classic old cars there.
Yeah. Well, when I work at the museum, so in the Perth Cultural Centre, about a month ago, we had a Mercedes car show that went on.
What were you doing there?
Oh, at the museum. I work in the Discovery Centre, which is like the kids section. So just hang out and welcome people to the museum and show people around. So
it's good stuff in there.
Yeah. It's a really cool space. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. But so I work on Sundays, and one Sunday they had the Mercedes car show.
Right, okay.
Or it was like the Mercedes Club of Perth, kind of putting on a car show. And it was really boring actually. I was kind of let down, and then just this weekend they had the Fiat one, and it was awesome. It was so good.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's because of the Mercedes that are in Perth. Like the range of Mercedes isn't that.
Mm.
But they were all just kind of very...
How many cars they have? They have them all not all in the museum, obviously.
No, not in the museum, out the front. Yeah, outside. Yeah.
What, in that...
Just where...
Well, the light in that area then?
Yeah, where the library is. Yeah.
Because they've got that amphitheatre there now, haven't they? The big
not,
screen.
Yeah, so not down in the amphitheatre, but they were showing a Mercedes documentary the whole time.
I love that area that they've done there. It's great, that area there.
It gets a lot of use.
That's brilliant. Really good. And it's livened it up, hasn't it? Because it was a dark space, and it was inviting a lot of dark stuff was going on, and that, I went to the Blue Room Theatre a few times. You'd walk out of there, and it was dark and dingy, and all these characters hanging around.
Oh, well, they still hang around.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Now they get to watch TV while they hang out.
Yeah, oh, well, that's true. I'm not going to rob anyone. They might be watching something on TV.
Yeah, keep them busy.
Watching a film, yeah.
But the Fiat car show was fantastic, and just so much energy just from the design perspective of the vehicles. They just had, it sounds cliched, but they just did have so much character and personality.
It's all the classic stuff.
Yeah, well, yeah, and lots of the contemporary 500s as well, and what is it, the Ritmo and the Punto, I think it is. But they also had some Lancias. Like they had a Stratus, is it?
Oh, right, yeah.
Which was just amazing, because I've only seen...
So the two-door one?
Yeah, the tiny little rally car, and it's got the windscreen that wraps around. And I've seen it in...
I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah, I'd seen it in photos.
It won a lot of rallies.
Oh, yeah. It kind of dominated the rally scene at the time.
That's right.
And I'd say it's one of those cars where, if you've seen it in books or photos, and that's one thing, but then when you actually see it in real life, the actual physical presence of the car is so low. And the cockpit's so tiny, and it's just amazing to look at, just... Yeah, just incredible. It's something completely different. That is a really cool car. Yeah, and all the Fiats. I loved it. And the Mercedes car show, it just paled in comparison. It's just a whole bunch of silver boxes.
Who's organising it? It's just the sponsors?
I think it's the car co-ops.
Okay.
Car owners.
Well, they should get the Charger.
I remember driving past.
There.
You should.
They did
the Valiant, the Valiant Club, all the classic old Valiants.
Yeah.
Sorry, Joe.
I remember driving past Burswood one day, and they had this convy thing. There's hundreds of convies all parked. I assume they're all meeting together.
Yeah. They quite often have them on the foreshore. Just last weekend, on the same day actually as the Fiat one, they had a Porsche car show on the foreshore. Porsche foreshore.
I remember always going to... My mum and dad were always obsessed with the boating and camping, fishing expo.
Oh, man. I wonder if... Did you ever go?
Yeah.
Did you ever bump into Liz Day? I wonder if you guys ever had
I wonder.
You probably did.
Yeah.
Bump into each other at some point.
My mum and parents were never into caravans, though. So, but I probably would have gone, looked in them, and, tried to find the biggest one. Because I remember we had a competition with brothers to see who could find the biggest caravan, and you'd have to bring back the spec sheet and compare it.
I've only got 3 people on chat out of all my friends. That's ridiculous, isn't it?
You get more friends. Well, it's getting late. It's 10:15.
Yeah, it's true. They'll go to bed, including me. Shortly.
So, Harry, we're trying to... oh, no, we got more car news, sorry.
How many have we got now?
You saw an orange MX-5 with the license plate.
Don Juan.
Exciting.
It just made me laugh. That's all. That's it. It's a
And
brand
the-
new MX-5 with Don Juan, and the G or the J
is spelled with
is spelled with a 6. Yeah, sort of a portly Asian man with a bit of a bald spot driving it.
Oh, wow.
And I thought, maybe not so Don Juan like.
So was an MX-5 the Mazda?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever driven an MX-5?
No.
No.
That's a little.
The cold beers are in the fridge.
They look a bit of a girl's car to me.
No, not that one that went in the house.
They look more
There
of
might be a cold beer
female car.
Yeah. They've got that.
in the
It's not really
Give
a
up-
bloke's car, is it?
Oh, it's not as blokey as a big Falcon XB or anything.
No. Or a Charger.
Or a Charger. No, definitely not. But apparently they're fantastic cars. The reviewers are always
They
just giving
are.
them amazing reviews.
They
and
do
saying,
get a good rap.
saying, they get a
They're a bit of an all-rounder.
yeah.
A lot of guys use them for what do they call it? In the car park racing, what do they call it? I forget what they call it. They do the point-to-point stuff in the car park. What do they call it?
Oh.
They're very good for that, apparently.
Oh, okay. And I guess they're cheap and they're rear-wheel drive and
no, they're nice.
very lightweight and
Yeah, they're pretty quick. They handle well. I've heard.
Is this another request, Campbell?
no, I'm just filling time. I think my requests are all done, but because this is up on the live stream, I feel like I should probably put something up.
Okay, I'm trying to find a question of the week. Do you have any suggestions for question of the week, Harry?
Question of the week. Is there normally a theme for that?
No,
I
it's
don't
just
recall
anything.
this segment.
We still only got one person listening.
Well, what have we had for question of the week in previous weeks? We've had, would you rather drink a pint of urine or eat a shit?
Oh, that's right.
No, it's James's contribution.
Yeah.
A
What's
pint of
that?
your own urine.
Was it a pint of your own urine?
Or
What's that? The
someone-
worst thing
Oh,
you
was
could
it?
do? Did you
No,
say?
it's just would you rather, I guess. Is that what the
I'm
segment
going to go
is?
to wouldyourather.com and see what has.
Would you rather? Yeah, it was would you rather. And James came up with, James, what was the first one
Yeah.
we had? Would you rather...
Yeah, would you eat a pint of someone else's piss or a plate of your own poop?
Oh, that's right.
Ugh, that's gross.
It is, yeah.
That is gross.
And Harry, what was your response?
I think it was definitely the piss.
Well, you can stay alive on your own urine apparently for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got to be someone else's though.
Does it?
You can eat.
Well, no. Sorry, in the question, it has to be someone else's.
Yes.
If you're trying to stay alive, you can drink your own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
No, just
The hypothetical. Sorry.
yeah. In our rule, what would you rather eat? A plate of your own feces or drink a pint of someone else's urine?
I have to be the urine.
It would, wouldn't it?
Have to be.
Because I went on a big rant about this, but you will get sick if you eat the feces.
Fuck. You couldn't do it.
But you wouldn't get sick if you drank the urine, and you could chill it, put it in the fridge, get it nice and frosty, and
Knock it back.
it'll be fine. I reckon. No dramas.
Would you rather know the date
it's a pretty
of your...
gross subject to talk about, though.
Oh, this is the hard topics we have to...
And what was
go.
another one? Can you ever imagine a situation where you had to?
Cut up
A
a dead
human
body.
body.
Yeah.
Oh. Right.
But you
and eat it.
No, just cut it up.
Cannibalism.
Just having to cut it up, you know?
Well, you know
chop
the
Dissecting, dismembering. And,
well, you know the Maoris in New Zealand.
yeah.
They used to eat. Do you know that? They used to eat.
Eat what?
Each
The
other.
white
Each
man.
other. Oh, the white man.
What the other white meat?
It's called puha.
Puha.
Is the vegetable that they grow, and pakiha is the white man. Puha and pakiha. Yummy, yummy.
All right.
It's true. Did you not know that?
No.
Oh, there you go.
Sometimes I think you're not being serious.
No, that's true.
That's
That is true.
Puha and pakiha.
As another
Very tasty.
Maori citizen,
But apparent-
a New Zealand
Oh, you
citizen.
know that.
Yeah.
Apparently, I forgot what I was going to say. I have got ADD. You know that.
Yeah.
I go zzz, Yeah, is that ADD when you think of like 100 things at once?
Yeah.
It's genius. That's what it is.
But I sometimes
I'm thinking of 100 things at once. Yeah.
You do? It's like, it's weird, isn't it? I get like overload and I'll start saying something and it just goes. Something else comes in. It's weird. That's ADD, isn't it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Is it raining? It's raining hard. What's your question?
It's raining.
Okay, well, I'm trying to find some good ones, but
That's not good for the Foo Fighters, is it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they done tonight.
There's a traffic jam.
and Tenacious D.
Yeah,
A
that's
Tenacious
right.
D on tonight.
I think
Oh, with the Foo Fighters.
It's
Yeah.
Jimmy Jacks. Jimmy Jacks. Black Jacks.
Jack Black, yeah.
I found that out tonight. I didn't even know who they were.
Okay.
Oh, Tenacious D.
I'm just picking at
Greatest
random,
rock
okay?
band in the universe.
Would you rather know the date of your death or the cause of your death?
Date.
Date.
Date of your death.
Or the cause of your
Oh, right. Yeah, we'd all have to go date, wouldn't you? Otherwise, just to freak you out.
Yeah.
death?
Yeah.
So what's your reason
But then
behind
again, if you knew the cause of your death, you'd steer clear of whatever that is.
Yeah, but
what happens if it was
you'd always
like
it'd get you in
Getting
the
hit
end,
by a
anyway.
car, you'd never go outside again.
Yeah. Oh, no matter what it was, there'd be some ironic way that it would
Yeah.
get you. No date, it would be empowering, just like in Big Fish, because you'd know that you wouldn't die until that time.
Yeah. All right.
I think
Yeah.
all my friends have gone to bed.
Fair enough.
You know that? I think they've all gone to
They're all
bed.
bored, fanging around. They need the harder hitting questions. So that was too easy, you're saying?
That was too easy. That was too easy. We got consensus on that, pretty much.
Under 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I mean, no one's even coming back on my invites now.
Some of these
I think
questions
it's
are
time I
terrible.
went to bed, actually. What time are you guys going till?
11.
Well, these guys can go wherever they want. I'm going till 1 a.m.
You are really going to hang in there.
He's going to do it.
I just hope he does well in this. I really do.
Have you got another question for us?
They're all stupid.
Okay, I watched a documentary last night on Phil Spector.
Yeah.
Has anyone seen that? I don't know what it's
No,
called.
I've never seen that.
Phil Spector, probably the greatest music producer of all time. Are we okay to say that?
It's debatable, but I'm sure. What about Dr. Dre?
Yeah, Dr. Dre is pretty cool. They should team up. Dr. Dre and Phil Spector.
Get the wall of sound happening.
Get the wall of chronic happening.
That, just changing the subject.
Oh, go for it.
That interview I had with Aaron today
Yeah.
gave John Vasotto a bit of a rev up, didn't he? It's John Vasotto?
Yeah, I don't know the guy. He was paying out on some guy. They were having this massive argument on. Well,
Have any of you guys seen Blame? The film Blame.
No.
Not me.
is that with
Shot
Jennifer
in Perth.
Lopez? No.
Shot in Perth?
No.
Oh.
Is that by John Vasotto?
No, I don't
Okay.
think so.
What does he do, John Vasotto?
He was a filmmaker in Perth. I thought
Yeah.
you'd know him.
I don't know anyone.
He's
Over
made
my
Needle.
closet.
He's made Needle. And,
Oh, Needle. Okay. Yeah.
Because I picked up you were being a little bit sort of coy about it, and I thought you might have known him.
Yeah, I didn't know. I wasn't paying attention when he said who he was arguing with. So, because I was looking at whether we were still online or something. But he was giving him a big rev, and he was talking about piracy. So I was joining in on that, but I didn't actually know the original origin of this
I
argument.
mean,
about
Aaron's
piracy.
got an interview because he just sort of comes out with stuff, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Which is,
because I like being controversial.
yeah, exactly.
Makes good radio.
Would you rather? So were we going to ask about Phil Spector? Was it a question, or just if we'd seen it, or was the question what we agree that he's there?
I don't know. I was just opening up some conversational, avenues. Yeah, it was interesting, but it sort of it was called The Agony and Ecstasy of Phil Spector, I think it was called, and it was kind of it was cutting between a couple of different timelines constantly. One of them was the trial of the lady that he was actually convicted of murdering.
Yeah.
and also his rise to fame as a producer, and then also intercut with original interview footage of him now, or
Okay.
most recently.
Has he gone crazy?
Most certainly, yes.
All right. Okay.
yeah, he's pretty
Nuts.
something. Yeah, but he was giving some people a real wind up as well. He had a real Beaners bonnet about some performer. I can't even remember who it was. He just kept going on and on about this person.
I don't like if I go and see a Perth film that's made by Perth people, 'cause I like to support the industry, I don't like bagging it. I sort of, in private, I would say to you, but on air and bagging it and so people don't go and see it, I don't think it's a good thing. They make their own judgment, even if the film, if you thought it was average yourself. I don't think it's a good thing to bag other filmmakers in Perth, because we want to help each other, not... You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's always the pressure you have. Is like you might need their help one day, and then they won't help you because you bagged out of them.
Yeah, and I just don't think that you need to do it. I mean,
Same.
you want to try and help, because the industry in Perth is pretty small. We want to, whoever's having a crack and having a go at it, support them. Don't, that's where I'm coming from anyway, whether I like the film or not. I mean,
But I think if some people got the way they made the film was by sleeping with the right people, and it turns out to be a crap film, then you should bag them, because we want to discourage people doing that.
Okay,
Well, that's a
that's a
pretty
different angle again.
accusations you're making there.
No, I just see some people who just get funding all the time, but they're not actually doing anything better than I've seen other. I'm not talking about myself here. I've seen some of my friends.
No crackers left.
Oh, gone. Sorry.
It's all gone.
Sorry.
I've seen some of my friends that go for funding and not get it, even though their project was like, even just the preliminary stuff they showed me was way better than the final project that these other people did.
It's all about...
because they're friends with the people who who decide who the funding goes to.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. So if you got this project up, for example, would you be? Have you got a crew in mind that you would use?
No, I'd have to create it from scratch.
Right.
Yeah.
But you've got enough contacts to put a decent crew together.
I mean, I know.
Obviously.
I know a couple of people from distance who I know would be interested in the project, but I've never worked with them, so I don't know whether they'll be good to work with. So that's the hard thing.
Oh, okay.
You have to roll the dice.
Because you'd want to, obviously...
And of course, as soon as you've got money on hand, every man and his dog turns up.
That's right.
Only time I've ever paid someone to do something, as soon as I said I had money and I was going to pay someone to do it, I had so many offers, and all these people were saying, "Oh yeah, I once turned a tap on, so I'm qualified to be in your film." And anyway,
Yeah, it's bizarre. It's bizarre behaviour.
yeah. I mean, the good thing about money is the only people who actually work on the film are the ones who are either
I like
your
those
real
pictures,
friends
Campbell.
or the people who are passionate about
Thanks.
the project.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry, Jamie. I just thought I just... No one's been looking at... We haven't commented on his pictures.
I always love them.
I mean,
I'm so excited. I love this guy. He just looks so happy.
I know the guy on the
They're
right.
great. They're
Chappy.
great pictures.
What's happening in that one, Campbell?
So that's
what's going on?
Campbell.
That's
That's
kind of. I reckon it's a little primary school detective agency.
Yeah.
Look at those guys. They're out to solve mysteries and shit. They're getting it done.
so. Every time I see some of these pictures, I just think of kids' books straight away.
Yeah.
I mean, look at those two interesting characters there for a kids' book. I mean, there's two classic characters there, James. don't you
Yeah,
think?
yeah.
For a kids' book, you could just go with that.
I'm just busting out ideas.
Two little detectives. Well, one's a detective and one's a little... What's the other one?
That guy's the hard man.
Right.
He's the muscle of the operation. Look at him.
Yeah.
He reminds me a bit of Mark Murphy.
Yeah, he's probably got a bit of that going on.
He looks like he's a bit sort of hyperactive.
I think
me.
so. I think so. You can really see the whites of his eyes.
Yeah.
So you guys are like a bit... James, you're already jaded before you've even got funding.
No, well, I mean, I just hope that people watch stuff and find it exciting and they go, I want to make that. I mean, it's hard because I'm not doing stuff that's so, like, sellable for this thing, you know? Like, if they decide to go for just a comedy, I have no chance. But if they go for something different they were like, they won a comedy one last year. Let's do something different. They might have a chance. But also, you don't have a minute. You don't have much time to sell something.
Was that? Oh, okay. So James and Henry last year.
I don't even have to. Like, the only other thing we submit is a 200-word synopsis. So they're going to take they're trying to establish that you can explain a
200-word.
200 synopsis, yeah, a 7-episode arc in 200 words, and make it attractive. So it's just a weird format, and there's 80 entries or something, so you're getting lost in all the crowd. I don't know. I'll be interested to see how they actually judged it. I wish they would make a documentary of how they judged it after that and show us afterwards how they went through and, rated it. But
one more like. That's okay. Yes, people are saying.
I think Aaron's telling me off for not knowing who he was talking about in the big argument that we just talked about for like an hour.
What's that?
So
Aaron's here. Aaron, come on, did he?
Yeah, he sent me a message, but I'm logged out. So what are you talking about, Phil Spector? Didn't he reinvented mono?
He was all about mono.
Yeah,
he thought stereo was bullshit.
Yeah, and I'm all about the 7.1s, and he's the enemy of 7.1s because now everything in music, and it's also to blame to do Apple's partially the fault, is everything's designed to be listened at 128 kilobits on an iPod.
Industry standard bullshit. Take it back to mono, man. Phil had it right.
I mean, I love mono for this. We record this in mono because it's just pure conversation,
It's good. It's very clear.
Yeah, but
it's a whole new experience having it through the earphones, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love podcasts. I'm addicted to podcasts. It's
can't have a conversation.
I thought this was stereo.
So, we record in 2 channels, but I put mine on one channel and all of you on the second channel.
Right.
Just because I'm always bumping stuff so that I can filter it out while you guys are talking about something.
Oh, okay.
I mean, in theory, you can record in 8 channels, but the computer tends to crash when you do that, so I don't.
Right.
And it's not like I actually spend that much time editing to go and filter person's channel perfectly mixed for something that sort of just gets thrown into a basic simulator. But you are a fan of mono?
No, not really. I don't care.
Yeah, okay.
I'm happy whatever. No, look, I mean, Phil Spector showed it's not about the technology.
Yeah.
It's not about whether it's 7.1 or it's mono or it's acoustic or it's electric. It doesn't matter. You just got to do something. You've got to do the best job with what you believe in. Whatever. Yeah, you've got to take the technology and your resources as far as they'll take you. And I think he had stereo available to him. He just didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
He was just like, fuck that.
I quite
because
like
then people
stereo sound.
fuck around with the stereo and they're moving it around and I think that was
with
his
stereo,
beef.
but with stereo you normally just have balance, don't you? So you got
Yeah. But he was, I don't know, he was opposed to it. He just wanted to.
Yeah,
he created the wall of sound.
Yeah, and it made everything sound better. Like if people were just listening to the music on the radio in the kitchen, right? Everyone has these AM radios that only have one speaker anyway. So he wanted to design it for that, so that if they're getting good sound, then even the people that are listening to stereo get good sound. It obviously doesn't take advantage of stereo, but it's just everyone gets good sound. Obviously, when you get some stereo tracks, when you put them down to mono, they sound terrible. They lose their soul.
Well, doesn't stereo come from having 2 ears? Is that?
Well, yeah, sure. I mean,
So
we
you're
hear
getting
in
a-
stereo.
Yeah, but unless
That's what
your
I'm saying. That's
unless
where
your
it come from,
speakers are actually far apart enough, you don't get the stereo separation to appreciate. Anyway, if you weren't on those little mini video decks and the speakers are right there together, it might as well be mono
Right.
because the speakers aren't far apart for your ears to take
Like
the
with
difference.
7.1, like
Yeah.
if you put
7.1
all
mean?
the speakers,
Yeah.
right,
What's
sorry.
7.1?
7
What's that mean?
Surround
7
sound.
speakers.
So I guess so. Stereo is 2, mono is 1, and then 7.1 is 7, and then a
Okay.
Well, isn't it now 7.2?
I'm getting a bit of a lesson on tech talk tonight.
Well, I have a 7.4 system, but
7.4.
It comes
it's
out
just
with it all the time.
it just all that does
Yeah.
is double.
I get all my technology
bass.
noise.
Yeah,
used.
4 times.
I've learned a
But you
lot
can get
just sitting
custom
here.
surround kits where they actually have dedicated bass channels for each speaker.
Did they release like Thriller or History or something in 7.1?
I'm just going to the laundry very
Possibly,
quickly
yeah.
and
Some
then come back
Michael
for
Jackson
about
was pretty
10
big on
minutes.
sound quality. he possibly would have done that.
In sound separation.
No, just like I'm doing really high quality, productions.
Well, yeah, but in his, exploring that avenue of splintering the sound in that way. I'm sorry, that's a loaded term. But
Yeah, I mean, so few people do it. It's like sometimes they record the music and then they'll hire someone to do the mix for them, so it's down to that mixer what he can do. But if they don't record with that in mind originally, then it's not.
How do they record for 7.1? Do they have to have 7 microphones recording the same thing?
Yeah, well, I guess it's what you're trying to do. You can create something completely artificial in your brain.
Oh, so you get one microphone
Yeah.
recorded 7 times and you put you fiddle with the knobs to make it sound
going,
different.
and basically you got a little joystick. It's like, I'm here and I'm just going to make the sound go whoosh around your head. And you can completely design it from scratch. Or you might want to recreate what it sounds like live. So you want to you want to record it so that what would it sound like if I was sitting right in the middle of the band as they're playing around me? And so you try and recreate the effect by actually using real microphones and recording
So you
the
have
sound.
the drums coming from behind and the guitars from up front.
Because when I was in swing band, in year 8 and year 9, man, there was nothing like it. They were playing Louie 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 around you, and the whole band's there. It was the most rocking thing ever, and they got the cowbell going boom boom. It was something I'll never. The closest I have is I do buy surround sound DVDs every now and then, and listen, trying to put myself in there.
I think I still can't get over how good stereo sounds when you've got headphones on. It's awesome.
Yeah,
it does sound pretty awesome.
I love just getting immersed in the really good track.
Can you buy 7.1 surround sound headphones that have got 7 speakers?
No, well, I've got these. These aren't there. These are. I bought a set so that I could can play games late at night without disturbing Hugh. And these are just normal headphones.
That's so nice.
But what it does is that it uses Dolby headphone, which pumps. It takes. You import the 5.1 video and the chip inside the controller works it out and calculates so that it pushes it all out 2 speakers, so it's virtually surround, but just by using. Because we don't have 5 ears, so in theory you can virtually recreate 5.1 in just 2 speakers.
So you're telling me stereo is the limit of our kind of the ability of our bodies to consume any sort of sound.
It still doesn't work perfectly. You can get confused between sound that's coming from behind you and something that's right in front of you. Sometimes, I found that in using these with gaming. But playing Uncharted 3 uses uncompressed 7.1 surround sound, and it just feel like you're living in this world, like it just immerses you in it. But you can get headphones that literally do have 5 or 7 speakers in spread around you. So
I'm just looking at something here on Facebook. Someone's talking about The Iron Lady, the latest film by Meryl Streep. It's got the lead in it.
The trailer is pretty good teaser trailer. Yeah,
I just saw a brief.
I didn't even recognize it.
I'm unbelievable. I didn't either. She's amazing, isn't she? Meryl Streep. I mean, she's just the Iron Lady. The
Margaret Thatcher.
Yeah.
That's the one.
And do they have the Tin Pot General as well?
Have you seen the trailer? Have you seen the teaser trailer?
No, I'm about to pull it up.
I just thought she was amazing, and she just like you say, I didn't recognise her at all. She's just amazing actress.
If it wasn't this is Meryl Streep's next movie, they wouldn't even know.
Meryl Streep's just unstoppable. She's the greatest actress ever.
Big time.
Would you rather your daughter had no friends or was a slut?
Slut.
Whatever. Yeah, probably.
Well, you're not going to be happy if you've got no friends.
That's true.
And there's nothing wrong with sleeping with lots of people, so...
Yeah. Slut?
There's nothing wrong with having no friend. I suppose there is. Yeah, it's
there is, because you're unhappy.
Yep. No, but I suppose. Slut, yep.
Had no friends.
Or was a slut?
You have a daughter, don't you?
I do.
It's a bit more. You don't have to answer that. We don't have daughters. We can say whatever we want.
What about your son, Campbell? Would you
So
prefer
what,
him
so
to be a
what, do you,
slut?
so what would you
I'd rather him be a slut than have no friends and be
Yeah.
miserable. How tragic would that be?
Would you rather die painlessly but completely alone, or die in pain but surrounded by everyone you love?
Ooh.
No. Oh. Well, wait, to what extent?
How much pain?
How alone?
The worst pain you've ever experienced.
How alone?
Completely alone.
But do you mean like, all right, guys, I'm going to go into the next room and die. I'll see you later, and then like go into the next room and die?
No, as in all your family's dead and you're in. You've got. You're in your house, and you're living with your pension, and no one discovers your body for like 3 months until someone turned up to check the power bill or something.
It's an unusual question, isn't it?
I think that's the point. They're trying to make you tough. Some of them are a bit too easy, though.
I think that's well, all the others. I think we've answered quite.
Yeah,
easily.
this is
probably trickier. I've been in quite painful situations, and it's not fun.
How many broke your leg?
And when I broke both my arms, yeah.
You broke both your arms at the same time?
No,
No,
separately.
okay,
But so 3 separate breaking incidents.
Does that really hurt at getting something broken? Like,
Yeah.
really, really hurt? Yeah.
It does.
I got it stung by a bee. That really hurt.
Fair enough.
So what you're saying? The question: say someone's dying a very painful
This
death.
is you. Would you rather
Yeah.
die painlessly but completely alone, or die painfully but surrounded by everyone you love?
But your analysis of that, you just made analysis, didn't you, of it? Of that.
About bee stings being the worst pain.
No, you said the point they're trying to make of it.
I know. I was saying that they're trying to make tough questions for you to answer. Although we've answered them all really easily up until this one.
I think I'd rather be in. Oh, it'd be distressing for other people to see me in that amount of pain.
I'm just thinking, do you have friends and they're just not there?
That's what I'm wondering. That's what I'm wondering.
Like, did you go on a holiday to Spain by yourself and then like fall down a cliff?
No. It has to be like, yeah, you've run out of friends. Like you're the last one of all your friends to be alive, and your family's abandoned you.
Yeah, none of the above. Is that an option?
Probably. Look. Oh, but it would suck for everyone else to see me in that much pain. But I'd probably try to reassure them.
Have
that
you
it was
guys
okay.
felt really alone?
Yeah.
Yep, I think everyone has.
So you think do you think it would be anything like what that feeling of aloneness would be when you've got nobody
Absolutely no one.
to give a stuff about you?
I think
I
it'd be
reckon
worse than
you
that.
could
though.
probably cope with it better if you had people you loved there. You'd be like...
But it's a painless death, so it'd just be the psychological
okay.
fear of death.
Yeah.
So it's a painless death all by yourself, or the most excruciatingly painful death, but surrounded by people you love. But I wouldn't want my people to see that.
You know what? If you're in the excruciating pain and dying, you only want the closest people to you there in your life. The closest people, because in that situation you don't want other people around.
Yeah, you're right.
Only people that you really, really connect with, which is probably only a handful.
Yeah.
When you're in that, I would say, in that moment.
You guys hear about Steve Jobs' last words?
Yes, I did. Is it true, or is this just like a Messiah sort of...
Oh, well, it was written by his sister.
Yeah,
She
no,
may
I
have
saw
made
that.
it up, though. But
What was his last words?
well, he was surrounded by everyone he loved, and he sort of
Who's this?
tuned out and sort of went, oh, wow,
Steve Jobs.
oh, wow, oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. I heard about that.
And then he died.
Oh, wow. iPod.
And everyone's like saying, oh, wow, he's so happy to be dying with all his family around, or oh, wow, it's so painful.
No,
Or, oh, wow, he's seen the light. You know?
he's seen it. He's off.
Yeah, he's off.
He's going.
That's what I imagine.
Well, they say...
But I don't think it's that, because I don't think he died straight away. That was just his last words, like, he just stopped talking for the last hour before he
But they say there's a crossover, isn't there? It's before you die.
Well, how does
There's a
anyone know?
crossover. No, but they say people that had near-death experience and they've come back.
Yeah, well, supposedly...
People that have come back from actually, they've been revived and that.
Yeah.
So it's a beautiful... That in-between is the most peaceful...
Yeah, well, the
feeling.
diaptitrate gets... Your body starts... When it thinks it's dying, it starts ejecting this ceremony called diptitrate.
Oh, right.
And if you can harvest it from plants, and apparently if you inject it into yourself as, let's take it like a drug, it's like the most awesome drug ever. But you have the most craziest things, and
Should get some.
they've tested a few people when they're dying, and they see higher levels than normal, and they think the body is purposely going, oh, you're probably going to die, so I'm going to start things. So I assume that those people who thought they were dying but they were revived, the body was still injecting the same, and maybe that drug is...
Feel-good drug.
I can't remember what it's called. DMT, I think it's the short name. So, sort of... I'm a fair much of sort of, in theory, a bit of a loner.
You are?
So, like, give me a few podcasts and, vodka, I wouldn't be alone. But then if you take podcasts away from me, I'd be like,
Okay.
That's what happens when I write a podcast to listen to. I'm like...
So, I like my own company. I have no problem with my own company. How about you guys?
Yeah, I'm fine by myself.
Yeah, so am I. I like company.
Around. Yeah.
I like company, and I like particular, friends and obviously
yeah.
like everyone else. But I have no problem doing my own thing and having my own space. But a lot of people don't. A lot of people can't handle being on their own. It freaks them out.
That's what I wonder, if you realise
It'd be horrible
that
to
you're
be like that,
alone
wouldn't it?
in that situation where it's not just you're just away from people who love that everyone else is gone, that it would hit you so much harder, like boom.
If everyone was gone, you're on your own.
Yeah.
Completely. Yeah. But it must be...
It's all right to be on your own when you know.
But there are people out there that do have no one, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
They die knowing nobody in their last years.
Yeah.
Family's gone, all the friends have gone.
You always hear those horror stories of, 76-year-old so-and-so was found in his house and they believe the body had been there for 6 months.
So no one actually...
Nobody
cares.
No one. Yeah.
It's pretty amazing.
But that's what we do to our people. That's what we do to old people now. We've become so splintered and so all about the individual and about our own homes,
selfish, self-centered.
And there's no role for people as they enter old age in our society.
Put them in old folks' home.
Yeah.
Forget about them. Go and visit them once every couple of months.
Yeah, they're told to retire, and retire from what? And then there's nothing for them to take part in.
But
It's just terrible.
I think it's the way you've been programmed. Like my mum is 82 this year, and my dad's gone, and blah blah blah. But mum and dad gave us a lot of love, so we've had a lovely family environment. So you give that back, and like my mum's 82, and there's 4 kids in the family, and we're there for mum, and we want to be there for mum, all the time. I ring mum every day, just to let her know that we do think about it. But so she's getting back what she's given us, So those people that have been on that die on their own, there's a reason for it, I reckon. Unless they've had their whole family wiped out and they've had bad luck, and they've got no friends. But you know what I mean? You sort of get back,
what you put in.
What you get out. What you put in, basically. What you give out, you get back.
Yeah, there's a big... To be completely alone like that, there are... I suppose there's social events for old persons to get together.
But
and
I suppose, I mean, if your family don't come near you when you're 80 years of age, there's a reason for it.
Yeah. But even if you don't have family, if you're completely alone, part of it is by choice. Either you're kind of depressed or...
Oh, okay.
There are things that you could go and do if you so chose to do it. You could be involved in something.
Yeah, that's true.
It might be hard work to get to know people or whatever,
Okay, Ryan, we have a high school reunion. I was thinking this is my spontaneous idea for Who's the Hottie Now. Have you guys seen Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
No.
Oh.
Yes, I think I have.
Okay. Well, do you want to discuss it, or do you want to watch it and then get back to us, Camel?
I don't mind. I've seen the scene in question. I just haven't seen the film.
Because there's two girls in that. One played by Jennifer Jason Leigh, and there is one played by Phoebe Cates. So this,
I like her. Who's that?
I think it might be Jennifer Jason Leigh.
She's the
This is Jennifer. This is searching for photos back then. This is her in the movie, for Jennifer Jason Leigh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
These are not the naked photos. These are just
We want the naked photos.
Yeah, James, why are you giving us?
God, James, how are we supposed to figure this out?
and this is Phoebe Cates. So
Yeah.
Yep.
now, who's the hottie now, though? That's the question. Do you guys have any? Who do you think was hotter back
Well,
then?
I'm just guessing. You have to show me photos, don't you? That's how.
No,
it
but
works.
tell us what you thought. Initial impressions of them in that movie. I showed you the pictures of them in the movie.
I haven't seen
So we can
Well, the first
compare your
one
results.
was,
So
I guess, she's supposed to be the frumpy friend that everyone overlooks, and
Yeah.
the second one's just like the knockout hottie who
Mm.
everyone's obsessed with.
I reckon the first one will be the hottie.
I'm guessing there's going to be a big bait and switch here, and the frumpy one's going to turn out to be the real hottie. She'll take the glasses off,
Yep.
let her hair down. It'll be on like Donkey Kong.
all good. Are you guys ready?
Drum roll,
I still
please.
like Jennifer Jason Leigh better back then.
Back then or now?
Back then. As in Fast Times.
Yeah.
I thought Jennifer Jason Leigh was hotter.
Mm-hmm. Okay, show us the reveal.
Okay, this is Jennifer Jason Leigh on her IMDb page now.
Is she the one that is the hottie or not the hottie?
She's the frumpy.
the frump of dump. Okay.
Yeah, she's pretty cute.
Yeah. And now you're going to show me a picture of the elephant man. And be like, zing.
That's Phoebe Cates now. Well, this is our IMDb page. IMDb.
Oh, yeah.
They're
Well, I
both
think that's a bad photo. Though.
pretty attractive.
I saw her in a movie
I don't think that
recently,
is
she's
a-
still pretty hot.
She's doable. Isn't she?
Excuse me, we don't take such a crass attitude on this
you're
show.
new here, so
Yeah.
we'll let that slide. We try to,
This is a classy show and a classy
Oh,
segment.
sorry, guys. Sorry.
we try to do sexist things like who's the hottie now, but we try to do them in
Classy.
politically correct way.
Oh, okay. Oh, this is my first time.
Doable lady
alright.
section's a different
I'm
section.
Yeah.
I'm just tuning in here.
That's all right. You'll get.
But I can understand why you would judge us. That's what you're trying us to get us to talk about. But Phoebe Cates is married to Kevin Kline, I think. Yeah.
Is she with him?
She looks amazing.
Are they
when you put
together?
her next to him.
Are they together?
I think so. Yeah.
She
Really?
looks incredible now.
Lucky bastard. She's cute.
No, I think that detracts.
No, for me, I'm just like, wow.
Nah, I prefer the first one. Like, totally do it. Not that that's what I'm about.
So Jennifer
Harry.
Jason Leigh.
You're not meant to say that, Harry. I got told
No,
off for saying
God,
that.
you know better, Harry.
I thought you could say whatever you like on this show. I was wrong.
You can.
So that's Who's the Hottie Now for this week. And that about wraps us up.
Oh, it's almost 11.
It's
Yeah.
almost 11. We're coming to a close. Campbell, where can we find you on the
You can
internet?
find me at campbellwhite.com or on my Twitter feed. Campbell White.
Twitter.com/Campbell White.
Yeah.
Harry?
You can find me on Instagram.
Harry _ yeah.
Harry _ yeah.
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 How about you, Steve?
Where can they find me?
Yeah, we can Google Steve Hoot and find your show reel.
Oh, you can find me on Facebook.
You will accept your fans, random fans?
No.
No. So don't look him up. Don't look him up on Facebook. Yeah, you just have to Google him and check out your stuff
They can
that's on
find
YouTube.
me on the racetrack at Barbagallo Raceway.
All right, Sunday.
Oh, that's like the best one we've ever had. Everyone else is so nerdy.
Yeah.
You can find me burning
Yeah,
rubber on the
burning
racetrack.
rubber, yeah.
Through $300 tires.
That's it.
I'm
That's the
James,
best.
aka the guy called Tom. You've been listening to the Fangin' Around podcast. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
Bye.